Shouldn't they get on that? You know, I read in the newspaper today, and I was waiting for this to happen. I really was. I was surprised. This is why I didn't want to go to the inauguration. Did you see this?
No.
I didn't want to go to the Governor Pataki inauguration because I'm very protective of him. We supported him, and I feel responsible for him winning, and I want to see him do well.
We don't want to have any of our ugliness rub off
on him. I like him. And, you know, it says here, among the questions for Pataki, if putting a stop to social decay is part of your agenda, why was Howard Stern invited to the inauguration?
You see?
Yeah, you know, like
You're responsible for social decay.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't buy into that premise that I'm responsible for social decay.
What is social decay?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you mean talking about penis? Is that what social decay is?
Ridiculous.
I mean, because I come on the radio and entertain people and make them laugh, that's social decay?
As far as I can tell, you are a man of high standards and family values.
Yeah, well, that should change, too. I'm getting sick of that. I'm good and sick of that.
You need that.
All right. Yeah. Wow. No, but I think that's kind of fun. I don't think social decay means a guy who talks about, you know, I don't personally think decay is talking about our private parts.
Oh, you know, they don't say anything, though, about the guys who go out and shoot people, mug them, rob them.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
They aren't contributing anything.
Yeah. And half of the people on that stage with me weren't all that great as citizens, I'm sure, if you check out to their background.
But it's all quiet. They
right.
So they're not contributing to social decay. They're being it.
But I don't like to see that, you know. I didn't want that for Governor Pataki. That's why I really wasn't going to go. And then when, you know, they insisted, I said, okay, so I guess they're cool with it. And then one other woman...
He should have to address it because it's a stupid issue.
Yeah.
These reporters should be told how stupid they are.
I wish you would do it already.
You're stupid.
Thank you. It says here in this other article, Jackie Mason and Howard Stern, the glitter couple of the Pataki era.
You were there with him?
Yeah, like all of a sudden because I went and Jackie Mason happened to be there, now I'm like his date. I said, you know, that's why I don't go anywhere. I don't, you know.
Awful what they do to you.
I did it because I was invited, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, look who Pataki had. You know, I don't want that. I don't want to be the brunt of.
But why don't they get crazy when Barbara Streisand has an office in the White House?
Yeah, they don't. They think that's great. Well, maybe they do get a little crazy on that, too. All right, that might be a bad one. But, yeah, they went nuts.
Or that Shirley MacLaine is advising you.
The glitter couple. Anybody's a glitter couple is Jackie Mason because his hair color isn't found on the rainbow. That's like off.
He's like walking around with his own illumination.
He really has a funny hair color. I don't know what happens to old guys who dye their hair. It like, because I saw Hugh Carey had the same sort of weird hair color.
And Hugh was really funny about it because he's like gray all over.
Yeah.
You know, and his eyebrows are gray and his beard is gray or whatever.
Yeah.
And he just gets this red carrot top hair.
Yeah, he's got carrot top. But it's not even, there is really no color matching that in the rainbow, which is all the natural colors.
God never made that color for hair.
Yeah. It's like old hair and hair dye gets together to make a new hair color.
You know, I have sometimes thought that maybe the dye can't get into that old hair.
Yeah, and I love Jackie Mason's jokes and everything, but, you know, he's got like a dandruff thing happening on his suit, and, like, you know, it's like they got to...
Really?
Yeah, they should just... You know, his handler should... He always has people around. Just, you know, brush him off a little.
Yeah.
He's a funny guy, though. I dig him. But he is funny looking. But he's not even funny looking like you know how Jim Carrey's funny looking in the movies. And it's funny. Jackie Mason, and, you know, he's a funny looking guy.
Yeah. There's a certain kind of comedian funny looking that isn't intentional at all.
Right.
They can't help it.
I know.
And he's got it.
Yeah. It's a funny looking guy.
But he never addresses that hair.
No.
You know, he's walking around with that strange hair color.
Right.
He addresses every other thing that's out of the ordinary in life. But he doesn't address his own hair color.
I think it's when that's your hair, you don't really, you're the last to know. You know?
You think he's unaware?
Right. You're on the air.
On the air?
Yeah.
I'm not on the air.
All right. You're right. You're not.
It's a new year, but the same old phone call.
Nobody made that resolution to act intelligent on our show. Here's Channel 2 News. You know, there was a subway bombing while we were gone. Some guy was carrying a bomb on a subway. He says he wasn't carrying it, but it looks like he did. You know, I don't think there's any doubt.
Well, what else would you say?
Yeah.
You gotta have some kind of defense.
So, yeah, he's saying, look, I don't know how you guys think. He even had, like, how to build a bomb paraphernalia in his house.
Right. Just because I had all that stuff and, you know, I'm burned over 80% of my body.
Yeah, and I was the closest person to that bomb, and I walked down with a bag or whatever it is. I don't know what all the...
Right, the details.
The details. But
I don't either.
I know the guys in the hospital were trying to recover from burns.
Yeah.
But, anyway, during the subway bombing, someone called up on TV and did a Howard Stern phone call, and I happened to have it on tape.
You caught it.
Yeah, I actually recorded it. I was recording something else at the time and got this.
All right, John Krause with the NYPD is on the phone with us. John, what's your part in this investigation?
Yes, I interviewed one of the victims.
And what did they tell you? This was one of the people who was on the 6th car. Was it that number 4 train?
Yes, he told me that Gaspar loves Anne-Marie and Howard Stern rule.
Well, there you go. There's the Howard Stern caller. You have to... CNN got it the other day. During a plane crash, we got it this time around. So let's do a better job, if we could, folks, of screening the calls. That person passed him off as a...
police officer.
No, spokesperson for the National Transportation Safety Board about a week ago.
Okay.
So, there you are.
I like how he yells at, like, can we do a better screening job?
Yeah, is that for the audience? Is he talking to us?
No, I think he's talking to his comrades.
But why does he have to address it on TV?
Hey, it's part of the new sort of openness.
Could we do a better job?
We. The royal we. By the way, that was a phony phone call, but right now on our phone we have Abraham Lincoln. Let's see if he has something to say. Hello, Mr. Lincoln.
7 years ago, Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
People, please.
Do a better job of screening.
Because that guy didn't even sound like a cop.
No.
It just, he was like,
I must commend the reporters, though. At least they caught it.
Yeah.
Half the time, these guys go on asking questions.
They don't care. They got an interview to do. Hey, by the way, you know, I was reading about this Connie Chung thing.
I was going to ask you what your bead was on that.
Well, Connie Chung did an interview with Newt Gingrich's mom.
Ganny Gingrich.
Yeah, Gammy Greenrich. Who sound like Grandpappy Yoakum. You know, she was like, yeah, ma. She obviously smokes. Yeah, she smokes.
She was sitting there with the cigarette.
She was like, yeah, talking like mom, maybe. I don't know, when I see a guy's mom, you learn a lot about him.
Yeah.
He's pretty scary to be raised by that.
I said to myself, well, here's a guy whose mom is his Billy Carter.
Yeah. It's, you know, and every guy loves his mom and doesn't want his mom attacked, but you like, my boy Nudie was a really good boy, and I love him. Now, you don't want to know what he said about Hillary Clinton. Well, just between us girls, you want to tell me? She was a bitch. I mean, she definitely looks like little Abner's mom.
Yes, she's Mammy Yoakum.
Yeah, Mammy Yoakum. She's Mammy Yoakum from Atlanta, from Georgia, from the deep woods of Georgia.
Yes.
My boy Newt, this is literally what she talks like.
And that cigarette, you know, the long ones, you know.
Big long ash.
A ruler in her hand.
Yeah, like,
with smoke curling out of it.
The endless cigarette. The cigarette, it's like the eternal flame. It just keeps going. It's just burning and burning and burning.
And there were, you know, well, Connie Chung didn't tell her she was on TV.
You know, I mean, you know, everyone, I read a lot of people attacking Connie Chung and saying she's not a journalist. How dare she? You know, if you go to a person who is savvy and you say, hey, tell me something just between you and me, a savvy person would know the cameras were rolling, but Mrs. Gingrich couldn't possibly know the cameras were rolling. Excuse me.
You know, like a 3-camera shoot.
Yeah.
And there are lights all over the place.
Yeah, excuse me. You know, first of all, I think it's a compliment to Mrs. Clinton that Newt Gingrich thinks she's a bitch, because a bitch to me implies something positive. That
he couldn't roll over her without really working hard. He had to confront this woman.
Yeah, you know, it could mean that she's actually got an opinion and is a bright woman, and you know, and I think guys who are threatened by that call women bitches.
Yeah, he couldn't just dismiss her.
Yeah. So,
but by the same token, his defense is very interesting. He doesn't even deal with whether he called her a bitch or not.
Yeah, right.
He just attacks Connie.
Yeah, right. Well, he's not calling his mother a liar. So, so that he thinks, guys who are threatened will think that a woman's a bitch if she's... Like, I think every woman's a bitch, so I'm threatened by everyone.
I bet you think Connie Chung is a bitch.
Yeah, of course. So, I think Mrs. Gingrich, unless she's a complete nincompoop...
Well, she is... Mammy Yoakum might not know.
Am those cameras rolling?
Nobody has said turn off anything. There was no subterfuge here.
There was no subterfuge. I mean, they knew what was going on. And now her son appears to be the president of the United States. And
what is Bob Dole doing?
I don't know. But her son appears to be running the country, and the woman's an idiot. And it's like, yeah, I know. Hey, a guy can rise above what he was raised by, but.
Well, let's hope.
Yeah. This idea that his mom is this innocent rube, which she is, but I think even an innocent rube would know that 3 cameras are on you.
Why let your mom talk? Doesn't he know his mom is an innocent rube?
Yeah.
Keep her out of Connie Chung's clutches.
Do what I do with my mom. Say, Mom, you're not doing any interviews.
Don't blame Connie because you decided to let your mom speak.
Right. You knew what she was.
Hey, my boy Newty, ain't a good boy.
Now you know how he got that name. You're looking at Newt is a perfect name.
Yeah, Newt. She looked at a salamander, named her son that.
I love Newt. I am Newt.
I have no real problem with Newt. I mean, I think he shouldn't tell us what to do morally because he's pretty morally reprehensible. But
here again, striking those chords on family issues.
Yeah.
I want, this to be the Congress that's family friendly. I want my congressmen to spend more time with their children.
Which children? From the first marriage or the second marriage?
Oh, whichever. Just as long as you get some kids around you.
I see.
Yeah, Newty isn't my only boy. My other son is Froggy. Froggy, come here and show yourself to the American public off the record.
Hey, Miami, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard.
The great town of Miami Beach, Florida.
Yes, Miami Beach, Florida.
Hey, by the way, we got some good news out of Miami. We've only been on the air there for 3 weeks. But I guess our main competitor is a guy named Ron and Ron. I think it's one guy, though.
No, come on. He's got to be 2 guys.
No, it's 2 guys, Howard.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
But they're already gone. They left town.
Did they?
Yeah, they were fired, I think.
Oh, wow.
You blew them away.
Yeah, that's
fast.
Let's just call them gone and gone. I think we might even compete with them. Are we on in Tampa?
No, you're down in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh. I guess, I don't know, but they're gone already. I mean,
Yeah, we're in Orlando and Miami, so.
Oh, okay. Are they on against us in Orlando?
Yeah.
I know we beat them there already, so.
Yeah.
No, actually, you know what happened, Ron? Ron's wife has been tested positive for AIDS.
Yeah, I read that in the article, too.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I have no idea, but he's got a clean bill of health. So it makes you kind of wonder.
Well, I could care less. I mean,
I couldn't either.
Got my own problems. Fred's been tested positive, right, Fred?
Yeah.
Yeah. You sound like it anyway.
Man. I love you.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Well, anyway, so we're already...
Number 1?
We're number 1 in Florida. We're number 1 in Miami Beach. It was a very quick romp. I don't know, somehow some ratings came out, and evidently we were already beating them.
Wow. So they just left, packed up and left.
Yeah. But they were doing pretty good because they were Howard Stern imitators. And,
oh, yeah, they were one of the 2 guys that grabbed it first.
Right. They were early Howard Stern imitators. And even it quickly grabbed onto the idea of syndicating your morning show quickly. And then we quickly went on in every town that they were on so we could quickly get them back to where they belong.
I wonder where they'll go now.
Well, they broadcast out of Tampa, so we have
they
to...
can just stay there?
They can stay there until we get on there. I mean, hopefully in 1995, it'll be bringing us more stations.
Well, that would be nice.
Yeah.
For our last year.
Our last year, as we wind down.
We don't even have a full year.
Yeah, but so what? It's for people to be part of history. It's important that they sign on now.
Okay. Sign on early.
Right. And then my replacement, Greg Kinnear, can take over, and he'll be on in those towns.
What is it with him? I was reading something the other day that he auditioned for some movie part.
No. That's all public. He's got a public relations guy.
Oh, okay.
Greg Kinnear is the host of Talk Soup. He signed with NBC. His NBC show failed. They don't want him to replace Conan because he's worse than Conan. So now he's hoping that he can keep his show on E.
Oh, I thought he was giving up Talk Soup.
No, he's begging them to let them stay because NBC says, hey, look, you sign with us. You can't be on both stations. And he's like, no, he just shows up at E every week. He keeps taping.
Oh.
He just can't because he knows that's the only thing he's good for, introducing video clips.
Yeah.
He's a VJ. So then they put a thing in the paper how he wants to be in the movie Sabrina with Harrison Ford that they wanted. But I heard he's not even going to be in that.
They were claiming that the director couldn't get him out of his mind.
No. Well, evidently he got him out of his mind.
Got that fixed.
So they're trying to put this spin on that Greg Kinnear's the busiest man in show business.
I see.
Meanwhile, NBC wants to unload him. E already found the replacement for him. But they'd be happy to keep him, but contractually he can't.
Right.
But he's saying no, he's in denial. He's like, well, I know I signed a contract, but you got to let me keep the E thing because that's the only thing I got going for me. More people see the E thing than they do because it's not him. People like to watch the Jerry Springer reruns.
Sure. He gives you the best moment of those shows.
Well, that's a career in trouble. Trust me. Jackie laughs at Greg Kinnear's career. He's laughing right now. Orlando, you're on the air.
Kate.
Some man obviously in his car phone.
Are you all right?
Bill?
Bill?
Oh, dear, that sounded terrible.
Oh, boy. We'll hope that he calls back, all right?
Yes.
I'm sure he's all right. I got my fingers crossed.
Oh,
that was
dear,
a little bit scary. Okay, let's go to Irene in Warrington. Hi, Irene.
I think that was Captain Jenks.
I think so.
From what I understand, he called in a radio program and it was some cooking show. He called up and he said, listen, I'm on my car phone and I'm looking for a good restaurant. I'm driving into downtown Philly. And then staged a car accident.
Yeah. But I love how radio just keeps going on.
Yeah,
They go
what are they
going to
do?
Call.
Yeah, hey, listen, that's his problem.
Right off the road.
What are you going to do?
They just pick up another call.
Yeah, well, hey, it sounded like an awful accident, but tell me, what restaurant do you like this week? Los Angeles, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
What can I do for you?
This is the Howard Stern Show.
Yeah, come on. Let's get into it. All right, I tried.
Hey. Hello. Listen, Howard.
Yeah.
Listen, man. I dig in everything, but you got this real geeky 70s dork white snake rock thing going on. What's going on? I thought you were a little more hip to music than that.
What? I don't even know what you're talking about, you bird out. Stupid ass. White snake.
Hello?
Hey, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
Check out Beverly Hills 90210 last night.
I watched half of Beverly Hills 90210, but I got a little disappointed. It was mostly Milton Berle.
He's on that show now?
No, Milton.
What grade is he?
Yeah, he's a senior. It was like some kind of message show. There was no girls in it. It was Milton. It was this kid, Steve, one of the characters, has to help out in an old age home. He has to do 100 hours of community service.
Yeah, Milton looked pretty old there.
And it was, I like Milton and everything, but I don't tune in Beverly Hills 90210 to get messages about old people.
Right, yeah. He's supposed to be at beach college looking at girls.
Yeah, I mean, if I was gonna, do Beverly Hills 90210 and use Milton Berle, I'd do an episode where they had to dissect his body in biology class. Like this cadaver shows up.
Or make him a dirty old professor.
Yeah, I mean, Milton did a fine job and everything. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he was okay. But
he's the consummate actor.
He's the consummate old man. But he played Sol Howard, an old, forgotten, vaudeville guy who is in the old age home. But I had a wild session.
I heard something else on one of these shows that you guys were talking about having a cartoon out.
No.
That's not true?
No, we don't have time to draw it.
It was a hard copy or something like that.
I draw it with my feet while I do the radio show. So that I'm free to... No, I mean, people have approached me about doing a cartoon thing, and I've actually got something sort of in the works, but it's in the early stages.
You don't mean like a comic book. You mean like a cartoon?
Yeah, like a moving cartoon.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got something sort of planned, but, you know. The only thing I can show you, if maybe our TV camera gets this is the Howard drawing, the Robin drawing, the prototype. So here they are. And so those figures will move, obviously.
Very lifelike.
Yeah, they'll be like moving across the screen like this. See, what I'm thinking of doing on E is we do a half-hour cartoon show, but I just like take a piece of paper like this, I draw one picture, and I go, "Hi, Robin, how are you?" And
no fancy animation.
Yeah, like it'll be even more minimal than Beavis and Butthead. It'll just be like, "Hi, Robin, how you doing? Everything pretty good today?" Yes, everything's fine, Howard. You know, it'll work like that.
I think you're innovating again.
All right, dude, thanks.
All right, thanks a lot, man.
Cleveland, you're on the air. Hey, Cleveland, you're on the air.
Hey, morning, Howard. Morning, Robin.
Good morning.
Hey, did you catch Jerry Springer the other day, by the way?
Where they had that fist fight?
With the bondage people.
No, I didn't check that out.
Oh, it was great. I mean, this guy brings out his girlfriend, and she's got a ball in her mouth and everything, and all tied up.
Yeah.
And she sits next to him on her knees, and Jerry Springer tries to act,
shocked,
really offended,
Yeah, right. He's so offended.
He didn't know she was backstage.
Yeah,
like that.
he had no idea. He of course could have canceled the show or not asked her to come out, or
yeah.
But he needed to show America what was going on.
Even though he was upset.
I like Ricky. Ricky Lake's my favorite because her move through the whole show, she doesn't apparently do anything than say, "Come on, people." But what's her line? Gary has her down, does a great Ricky Lake impression. Hey, Fa Foley, do your Ricky Lake impression. It's perfect.
Now, please stop that. This is hurtful and wrong.
Yeah, that's her line.
I'm not going to listen to that because that's wrong. You're only hurting that person.
Yeah.
You know what? The best line is because they got people there with such deep problems, and they're focusing on one little simple aspect of it. And when they get into the other, it accidentally falls into something else, they go, "That's another show."
Right. Yeah, I like that's a good move, too. That's another show. No, that's another show.
I noticed also Ricky starts, how Ricky starts breaking out into a black accent when she gets mad. She goes, "Listen, girlfriend, let me tell you right now."
I haven't seen her pull that one yet. I've seen Oprah become very black.
She goes,
Worse than Oprah.
"Listen, sister."
Yeah.
Kick him to the curb, girlfriend.
Yes, that's it. Kick him to the curb.
Well, you know why she probably picked that up? Because she hangs around with so many black people. All the guests are black, and the whole audience is black. So you start picking up the accent. Yeah. Girlfriend.
But
Oprah's almost learned how to speak black.
Did you see Oprah when she was doing this whole show on acts of kindness, random acts of kindness?
Yes.
Well, Oprah's had some weird catharsis.
I have a piece of tape of her today.
Yeah.
Where she talks about how she really thinks there is good and evil in the world. And that she's actively decided that she must go out and do things to help people change their lives.
She's got way too much money and has flipped the lid.
Yeah.
She's losing her ratings.
She's out there now.
Yeah, right. But that's cool. That's good. Who needs her?
Her show on random acts of kindness was things that you can do. So basically it was candid camera with Oprah going and surprising people by giving them stuff.
Yeah, now she's Richard Simmons.
So she goes to the supermarket, and here's a random act of kindness. What you do is you cut coupons out, and if you don't use them, like say I have coupons for Cheerios, if I don't use it, you stick it in the Cheerios box so that the next person that comes by who does want them can take it and get the money off.
That's heavy.
So Oprah
Yoko started doing that in the 60s. I think she was an innovator.
Yeah.
But she used to call people and tell them she loved them.
Well, Oprah also says one of the other tips was, I think, sometimes when you're going through the toll booth, just pay for the person behind you.
Yeah. Well, we all have $80 million in assets.
So she did that for some guy?
Yeah.
This is what kooky people are in this world. She did that for a guy, and when the guy figured out that it was Oprah...
Yeah.
He called up to find out what
He strangled her.
No, he called up to find out what her favorite charity was, and he donated like $2,000 to it.
And she says, "You see how this works?"
It works if you're Oprah.
Kindness begets kindness.
Yeah. Oh, is she a jerk?
Then she was out in the freezing cold giving cups of coffee to like homeless people and construction workers.
Yeah.
So now if it wasn't Oprah and someone offered you coffee out of a thermos, wouldn't you just throw it on the floor?
Yeah, of course. You wouldn't, because you know it would be poison.
Laced with acid.
Yeah, right.
I knew a guy once, when we worked in Washington, one of the overnight disc jockeys, he felt, the first cold day of the year, there was some homeless woman he used to see on a park bench all the time. So he felt bad for her. He was going home that morning. He went into a coffee shop and bought her a hot cup of coffee and walked over and woke her up. Said, here's a hot cup of coffee. And she cursed him out.
Yeah, beat his ass. I thought you were going to say she like, slugged him.
Yeah, well, she was. She was really angry and belligerent.
Yeah, she's a mental patient.
Up.
Yeah, and what's this? Give me a shot of some Jack Daniels.
Right.
What is this?
He needs coffee.
Give me something good. I know a guy sends chain letters. Do you ever meet anyone like that?
Yeah.
They send chain letters. If you send this letter, it will spread goodwill, and maybe if you pass $1 on to the next guy, and
right.
It works.
And it works. It sure does.
I will tell you.
I've always gotten like tons of money in the mail.
This isn't like the other bad mimeographs you get.
Yeah.
I will tell you right now that having opened up the mail for as many years as I have, if anything bad becomes of breaking a chain letter, we should all be dead.
Yeah, because
we've broken hundreds of them.
Yeah, we get chain letters every day. People send them to us. And I'm happy to rip them up and throw them out.
I can tell you the first line. With love, all things are possible.
Right. You've read way too many.
So the same letter.
Yeah. World is sick.
I still like a good dose of Sally Jesse Raphael, though. Last week while we were off, she had a brother and sister who were married.
Oh, really? Was she outraged?
No, she was concerned.
Right.
Sally's always concerned.
Right.
Because apparently these two didn't know they were related.
Hey, we did.
If I was Sally, I'd be concerned about my facial surgery.
We did that in 1988.
That's right.
We did.
Behind us.
I know.
By some way.
British couple.
Yeah, we did all that. I mean, we've done, and you do it once and you go, well, I did that already. But these guys just do it every week.
Over and over.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
You know what's cool about Sally Jesse? I was watching some show where they had an old clip of her.
Yeah.
And from like 5 or 6 years ago, she had a whole different face.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. Like, she went in to get a better face and ended up with a worse one.
Exactly.
Well, you remember when she appeared on the telethon that year and half her face was paralyzed.
Yeah, right. Hey, why don't we do a random act of niceness?
Like what?
Like, what do you just, like, I'll give you $5, you go out on the street and hand it to someone.
So here's what Oprah did. So Oprah was at a restaurant with her producer, and she saw a homeless guy.
Yeah.
She gave him some money.
Yeah.
So that homeless guy did the nicest thing that she'd ever seen.
She vomited on her shoes.
No, he went out and bought flowers with the money.
Oh, that was good.
So, of course, now Oprah has got this homeless guy on the street, and she's got him, like, hooked up to her, she's doing a remote with him from his home corner.
How boring was it?
It was just really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she had a catharsis.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the funniest thing.
Well, some kind of revelation.
Yeah, she had something happen in her life where she decided to do nice shows.
Well, the next day she was square dancing. So her and Stedman were square dancing on New Year's Eve.
She's wild.
Oh, that guy's still with her, huh?
Yeah.
Where's he going? Where is he going?
Very rare you see black people square dancing. That was a first on television.
I was thinking, like, when I saw him, he deserves anything he can get now because he put in a lot of time with her.
I say so.
Fat Oprah, skinny Oprah, crazy
Any Oprah. Catharsis Oprah.
Ricky's getting chunky again.
Yeah, Ricky's eating away.
Oh. Yeah.
Ricky. I saw one show where she was talking about fat people and how they discriminate against, and she goes, I used to be fat, so I'm very close to this issue.
Wait a minute, Ricky. Let's get a mirror.
Yeah, what do you mean, used to, white man?
Well, you know what's weird about her? If you ever read interviews with her, she lost 150 pounds, but she won't talk about it because all she'll ever say is she did it in a not very healthy way, and she's not proud of it.
Good.
So I just have this picture of her over the toilet with her finger.
I'm puking.
Then put the needle in her arm.
Yeah, right.
What other way is there?
Yeah, how many ways are there to do it? I did it in a very unhealthy way. I vomited every day for 3 times a day.
Gross. The biggest wuss is Montel Williams. I mean, they bleep out every word, any curse word, even damn sometimes.
Yeah, and Montel's great because after every show, after he's really just wrung them out for everything.
He does an actual Montel healing segment.
Well, I am personally going to pay, if I send you to therapy, will you come back and will you get over this problem?
Yeah.
I'm going to pay for your therapy personally.
Yeah, and would you get over it quickly?
Because we don't have a lot of money.
Would you get over it in this ratings period?
Yeah, because we're only on Channel 5.
They had these 900-pound people on yesterday on this show.
Yeah, it's a 3-ring circus. But by the way, when we go through a catharsis, we'll just throw ourselves off the air. Okay, let's agree to do that. If anybody hears the word catharsis and I've changed, you can throw me right off the air.
And they all try to pretend like they didn't handpick these trailer trash and all the street types. Like it was just they were the only ones that wanted to come on.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, sure.
All right. We got to do an act of kindness show. Get me like a real ugly fat slob woman. Come up here and strip, and I'll compliment her on her body.
Oh.
That'll be like my act of kindness.
There you go.
Hey, you look great, honey. We'll be vomiting.
It's the day to do it, girls.
Yeah.
If you've been afraid.
Any big fat ugly girl wants to come up here, I'll compliment you.
And you won't tell her you'll tell her she's got a great body.
Yeah.
Not just a good one, a great one.
Again, you tried to do that random act of kindness thing for years. You kept trying to take fat ugly girls to the prom.
Yeah.
And the principals kept squashing it.
I don't know. It didn't work out for me. I don't know. Oprah says...
Your kindness begot nothing.
Yeah, no, it begot grief.
It got anger.
I got anger. I had girls crying.
Oh, yeah. Remember that one year where the girl was banned from her prom just for calling us?
Yeah. It all backfired. I've tried the random act of kindness thing. I told you I've done it all. Let's take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. 97.1 The Eagle.
647 at the Eagle. It's 650 at 97.1 The Eagle.
Call Howard on the Eagle's toll-free line, 1-800-54-STERN. The Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
Our TV show continues to kick some major ass. Last night we gave you a brand new show with, we showed you me at the convention. We did that whole thing. We had sent some cameras up. Of course, if I was going to the Pataki convention, or the Pataki inauguration, I was certainly going to bring cameras with me. So, we cut our wrap up with all me sitting on the stage and everything. And also we showed you all our Christmas cards that we got on the E! Show last night, which is kind of funny, especially that Robert Goulet one.
That was interesting.
Yeah, that's a pisser. Well, tonight is a stellar E! Show. Don't miss it tonight. Remember Stuttering Nina, the hot dog girl? The one who in the bikini who sells hot dogs in Florida?
Yeah.
And got into a fight with another girl?
Another hot dog girl on the phone.
Yeah, check out Hot Nina in lingerie. Because don't forget, we kept making her change outfits while we interviewed her. And then I did some test shots for Playboy magazine with her.
Right, that's right. You did the photo session.
Yeah, don't miss Howard the photographer. Does anyone remember that show? How could you forget it? I know it happened about 3 weeks ago, but...
You haven't forgotten it.
I haven't forgotten it. She was hot. And then,
whatever happened with those pictures? Nothing?
I sent them over to Playboy, and I think they rejected them.
Oh. Was it the photographer or the subject?
I don't know. She was just kind of like the woman from Playboy said, I think I need to see better pictures or something.
Oh, so it was the photographer.
Yeah, so I might have to go into a studio with Nina and cut that whole thing.
Yeah.
They said, Howard, could you please go into the studio with Nina and work with her? And I said, absolutely. And then another hot dog girl called in and started yelling at Nina.
Yes, because they had some kind of a rivalry going or something. It was an interesting fight.
It was great.
Because she's sitting there in lingerie screaming.
Yeah. She wasn't so demure. And then Nina told her she didn't have breast implants, and then the other girl was screaming because she said, I know you have breast implants, admit it.
Yeah, Nina.
They were fighting over breast implants, evidently.
That's what got the girl the call. Denied having been surgically altered.
Yeah. And then one of them started accusing of taking disabled vets into the coffee van and having sex with them.
It got pretty dirty.
It was great. It's a great show. So that's our E! Television show, and evidently our E! Television show with its new hour. It's 11 to 11:30 and then 11:30 to 12.
Yes.
Yeah, it's broken up into 2 half hours. So for those of you who get E! And evidently on Long Island, E! has been added not to where I live, but evidently further out in Suffolk County, they now have the E! channel. Someone was describing that to me.
So they still elude you.
Well, I think in the last couple of months we've added 4 million new homes, believe it or not.
Oh, that's nice.
So it's very nice.
And more coming.
So E! is real happy with us. That's what we are. We're the Johnny Appleseeds of E! We keep spreading it.
I still have trouble trying to explain to people what E! is. Over the vacation, people would say, oh, you're on TV, you got a show, where's your show? Say it's on, you got cable? Yes, I have cable. It's on E!
Yeah.
E!
E! what?
E! Yeah, what is that?
Yeah. Every once in a while you do get, I love that channel. Yeah.
Or ENT?
Yeah, well, every once in a while you do get, like, actually 1 out of 100 people go, oh, I love that channel.
Yeah.
Other than that, forget it.
More often than not, you're trying to... No, it's just E! You see a big E down at the bottom of your screen. You haven't seen that?
Yeah, and they tell me it's on in like 30 million homes or something, but evidently it's all homes that really aren't on this planet.
Or where people don't understand what E! is.
Yeah. We've chosen to be on the rarest of channels with the dumbest of names. We're very lucky.
And the other question is, what number is that?
Yeah. Yeah, like, is there an identifiable dial position? No. Look it up in your cable guide. Like, there's a cable guide somewhere that's going to tell you. Here's another Christmas card we got. Here's our Lisa Gibbons Christmas card with Lisa posing in a mini skirt with her dog. That's cute.
Well, she's got a husband and kids. Why is she with the dog?
Because I think the husband and kids keep changing. So the dog is universal. Yeah, it's a constant. And also from our good friends Sting and Trudy, a family Christmas card with all the kids playing instruments.
Oh, how cute.
Hey, that looks like a fun little scene going on there.
Oh, boy.
They put a lot of effort into their Christmas cards, Sting and Trudy.
See, that's another one of those posed, and a professional photographer came in.
Yeah. Yeah, Sting's got way too much money.
One day the kids had to say, all right, we're getting dressed up now for the Christmas photograph.
Yeah, Sting has a lot of money and a lot of free time, so he was able to pose in special outfits with his kid and his wife. I think I see Robert Goulet in the background. Is that possible that he made his way?
Every one of these things.
Wouldn't it be good if he made his way into Sting's Christmas card? Santa Goulet. All right, and here's the article about what we're doing in Florida. That I couldn't find before. Just 4 months after invading the South Florida radio market, the Howard Stern Show has claimed its first casualty. WZTA, home of one-time ratings grabbers Ron Diaz and Ron Bennington, thus Ron and Ron, officially severed its ties with the duo's syndicated morning show on Tuesday. One of several changes the station will unveil today. According to Neil Mursky, you know Neil. Remember Neil used to be the program director for our syndicated show?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. According to Neil Mursky, program director for WZTA, the station has been searching for a new morning program even before Stern entered the market in September.
So they weren't happy with Ron and Ron even before we got there.
Yeah, so we can't take full credit. I think Neil woke up and smelled the coffee. Ratings trends indicate Ron and Ron's often crude show, I guess that was all their idea, had declined from a 4.0 share to a 3.5 share over a 2-month span. By comparison, 2 months after his arrival, Stern boosted WBGG's morning ratings to a 5.6 share from a 1.3.
Wow.
That was in 2 months.
So that's more than just Ron and Ron's audience.
Yeah. Yeah.
We took from everybody.
Stern may or may not have been a factor in Ron and Ron's decline, Mursky said. Well, that's Neil doing a spin. Okay, yeah, you got to give him some credit. They've been sliding for a long time, and the decision not to carry the show anymore was purely a ratings thing. Paxson Communications, which owns WZTA, will also yank Ron and Ron from its sister affiliate in Jacksonville.
Oh.
It's bad. It's bad all around.
So much for that syndication idea.
So,
well, they can have us in Jacksonville.
Yeah, we'd love to be on in Jacksonville. In fact, this 1995, I have vowed this is the year of Howard and Robin all over the country. You know, I've made that my resolution.
All former Ron and Ron subscribers, look this way.
Well, I think we might have some new affiliates coming on board.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I've heard some rumors of that. But everyone's like nervous that I'm retiring, and they're saying, well, if you're retiring, why should we start? And I say, you know what? Why don't you just start and see what happens? You know what I mean? Who knows?
Dangerously.
Yeah, you go wild, okay? Right now you got nothing, so something is better than nothing, even for a couple of months.
Well, that's what I was saying. Get on early so that you have the full benefit of most of the year.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe Robin will drug me and get me to sign another contract somewhere.
Right. There's a plan underfoot.
Yeah. I mean, atomic war could end everything tomorrow. So are you going to live your life waiting for that? Live for today. Yeah, live for today. Go wild. Sign the show.
You could be on the subway this afternoon and be pushed.
Yeah, don't be a dick. Hey, there's some poor Chinese woman being buried today because she got pushed off a subway.
Yeah.
Hey, Texas, Dallas, you're on the air. Hello? KOME, San Jose, San Francisco.
Hi, Howard.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, I have some questions here I wanted to ask you.
Are you a girl?
Huh?
You're a girl, right?
No, I'm a guy. I talked to you before once.
Did I ask the same question?
Well, yeah, but I want to see if you can give me some additional help, follow-up help.
How old is he?
Me, I'm 29.
Are you gay?
No.
Do you ever think about guys?
No. I would never do a guy. That's gross.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have testicles?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Have they dropped?
Are you a midget?
No, I'm not.
All right, well, now your voice is getting a little deeper. Do people ever think you're a woman on the phone? Be honest.
Probably, yeah, I probably do. Probably it's just the accent.
Yeah, now you sound a little more like a guy.
All right.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, Howard, I called you.
I like my men to sound feminine, by the way, so don't be offended.
Yeah, I called you once before about
it's a great voice, Chris. Hey!
About early last year. And I want to know, I narrowed it down to like some...
Nobody makes fun of your voice but me?
Well, sometimes they say yes, ma'am.
Yeah, right.
Uh-huh. But,
did you ever have an accident? Did you ever get kicked in the nuts?
No, Well, yes, I probably did.
Oh, you did. That might have been it. You don't leave the house, do you?
What's that?
Nothing.
You never got beaten up in school or anything?
Not severely, no.
No.
He keeps trying to lower his voice. Not severely. Nothing life-threatening. Sounds like a happy childhood. All right, anyway, yeah, so what was your point? I'm just distracted by your voice.
You know agents for writing movie scripts and things like that?
I'm sorry?
You know agents?
Yeah, I know agents. Agents don't write movie scripts.
I know. I'm the one that's writing
You're
it.
the writer. Oh, I remember.
I'm the writer, but I need the agent. But I've narrowed it down to 10 agents after doing many, many queries, probably a few hundred of them. And I need to know, how do I go about, narrowing it down to which one I should pick?
Now, let me get this straight. You wrote a movie script?
For Beavis and Butthead.
You wrote you wrote the Beavis and Butthead movie?
Well, I'm writing little short pieces, too.
You want to write for Beavis and Butthead?
Right.
That must be a tough job. It must be like...
Don't you think that's narrow casting?
You know what the problem with Beavis and Butthead is? That's one of those shows you watch and you go, hey, I could write that.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, you really can't. You know what I mean? Like most guys watch that and go, hey, I could write that.
Yeah, but do most people sit out there and they say to themselves, I only want to write for Beavis and Butthead?
Well, that would be a
particularly good Beavis and Butthead writer.
That would be a good place to start. You know what I mean? It would be like, hey, Beavis, look at that. Like 20 pages of that.
You can't write anything else, though.
Do you write anything else?
I don't want to do anything else yet.
You just want to write for Beavis and Butthead.
Right.
This is very interesting to me.
You're starting out easy. I think I could write a Beavis and Butthead, like, unconscious. You know what I mean? If I was laying in a coma.
You do it by accident sometimes.
Yeah, right. Hey, Beavis, look at that girl, boy. She's got big jugs.
Yeah.
All right, read me a couple of lines that you've written for your Beavis and Butthead script. I got to see if you have any talent.
Well, when they're giving it out over the airwaves?
Yeah, but
let me
you got a ton of them.
Come on. You probably have more than one thing. Just give me a little dialogue.
All right, let me find it first.
Go ahead. I'm curious to see your writing skills. Because who knows, I might have a recommendation for you.
See, I remember him. He called us once before and said he wanted to start being a writer, and he was asking you for advice. And you said start writing and then send samples to people. Now he's saying
he's finished.
narrowed it down.
Well, let me.
Okay.
I understand.
Okay.
First, I want to hear what he's written. Give me a little sample of Beavis and Butthead.
Okay, this would be... Now, originally I understand you were going to do a show out here, but I don't know...
Don't worry, listen with me. Let me hear a little...
Part of the script?
Okay, so this would be something... like Butthead says, hey, Beavis...
well, do it in the voice. So you,
okay.
All right, go ahead.
Hey, Beavis, what does that sign say, dude? Come? Is that what comes out when you, spank your monkey, Beavis? No, Butthead. That's a road sign.
All right, listen to me.
Oh, boy. You know what? You're not even up to Beavis and Butthead.
Let's take another show. Why not write the sequel to Pretty Woman? Gary Marshall called me. He needs a script.
No, I don't think so. But this is something, though, I would...
All right, read me another part. Go ahead.
Maybe that wasn't a good
Let me keep going, then.
I know a mime that needs some material. You could write for him.
Okay. It says, Butthead says, what does the sign say, Beavis? 98.5. And then Butthead says, do you know...
Well, do it in the voice. It's hard to, it's not funny if you don't do it in the voice.
It's
not funny when you do it.
What that means, Beavis? No, Butthead. That's how fast I get to go, dude.
What do you say?
I don't think so, Butthead. Don't make me kick your ass while I'm going down on James Wick.
What?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Let me pause. That's the name of the freeway. And then Beavis says, he says lick. Movement. Beavis pushes buttons on the radio, and the DJ voice says, we now return to the Howard Stern Show on the new 98.5 KOME. You're pretty smart, Beavis. And then the voice of Howard Stern, Robin, we need to go to San Francisco. let's go to San Francisco. And then you push a button, sound effect, San Jose, San Francisco, you're on. And then whatever, like somebody mumbling something. And then,
all right, listen to me.
Is this getting somewhere? Are we going anywhere with this?
Do Beavis and Butthead live in San Francisco?
No, they're out here visiting in this.
Well, they're visiting. They're supposed to be 14-year-old boys. How are they out in San Francisco?
Well, they do drive a car sometimes in some of the episodes.
So they drive to San Francisco?
I guess. Well,
it's your script. You don't have to guess about it.
Well, you may not understand what I'm getting at.
I guess. Well, let me hear some Beavis and Butthead dialogue.
Well, this is some, but
just give me the dialogue. But
what's your best script? What,
yeah.
you
give us your best shot
with the good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to give out the opener.
Well, just give a little dialogue.
You mean
you really think somebody's going to steal this?
No one's going to steal that. I'm going to make the audience promise right now that they won't steal this.
Including Mike Judge.
Right, exactly. Right. He can't hear this anyway.
Let me think of.
All right, go ahead.
Give me a chance here.
Go ahead. Look through your pages. Look through your page. I know. Don't give out everything.
Jackie's a professional writer. He's chuckling in the background because he remembers what it was like when he started out.
Right. Jackie has pretty much written about the same caliber stuff, so he can relate to you.
Right.
Hey, Beavis, you said come. Yeah. What do you type on? A typewriter or a computer?
No, I have word processor.
Oh.
Computer.
So take your computer. Do you know what? Do you have a printer?
Yes, I do.
All right. Print out your script. And do you have matches? No, go ahead. Let me hit it. I was going to say, you take both of those things out in the backyard and make a bonfire. No, I'm just kidding. Let me hear some of your dialogue. Just give me 3 or 4 lines. That's all. Don't give away the whole thing. Just 3 or 4 lines.
You know, I'm honestly looking through these pages and I can't find it. Can't find something I want to give out.
Oh, come on.
It's all such good stuff and innovative.
Well, okay, well, like in here is, you both did, okay, here's the point. A character will say, you both did fine. Butthead says, call. Beavis says, ice call. And then the character will say, it says here you 2 boys want to be spies. And Butthead says, yes. And then the character will say, all right, you 2.
All right. So now tell me what you want to do with these scripts. You want to get an agent?
Yes.
I see.
He's narrowed it down.
I've even tried to...
Now, what did you do? Did you send the scripts to the agents?
No, I didn't. I sent queries.
Queries?
Uh-huh.
Would that be gay people?
No.
What do you mean queries? What'd you send?
What did you send? Let me hear what you sent.
Oh, one of the letters?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me find one right here.
I want to hear what a query
I want to see what I unleashed. Dude, what's a query?
Q-U...
well, we can spell
No. We know what a query is. Go ahead. Yeah,
right.
Let me hear what your query is.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, like, it says, to whom we may concern, my name is blah, blah, blah. I have written a script for music, television's cartoon, Beavis and Butthead. Before I submit a script to you, this is a query. I would first like to know if you handle anything of this nature, MTV and or Beavis and Butthead. This script may be long enough to possibly be a motion picture, but I don't think it is. However, I do not...
This is in the letter? You're arguing with yourself?
This is possibly a motion picture, but I don't think it is.
Think so.
You know, you guys might think so.
Okay,
I don't think so.
Okay.
Right.
However, I do not know how to measure this script to know how many minutes it would be. Now I'm going to pause.
I love it.
If I got this, I'd immediately call you. Did you get any calls from this query?
Yes.
Oh, you did?
I've got one agent that actually...
Who's Shecky Slapnick?
No, it was one out of New York City.
All right, he called you.
And what did he say?
He said, don't you ever call me again. Send money.
He actually gave me some information about some books that cost a lot of money.
Oh, screenwriting books.
Right.
That he sells.
And no, they're...
We're just trying to find his angle.
Right.
So, okay, so you got one call from one agent, and yet you're trying to narrow it down?
Well, no. The others have written me back in the mail.
What did
they
say?
Right. Uh-huh.
No, what'd they say?
No, what'd they say?
It looks like just usually standard form letters.
Right. All right, now here's what you got to do.
Uh-huh.
You got to really, before you have to narrow anything down, you got to get someone to be interested in you.
Uh-huh.
See, that's your problem. You asked us, how do I narrow it down? Point is, how do you get in the door?
Uh-huh.
All right, what I would do is take these scripts and knock on their doors And go up to these various agents' office and submit your materials. They're not going to send your materials out without your permission. That's an agent.
What do these form letters say that you got?
Yeah, let me hear one of the replies.
Okay, there's one out of Chicago. It says, "Dear writer, we would be glad to consider your manuscript for representation. Please send us entire work with a full self-addressed stamped envelope synopsis, not necessary. A $40 reading fee check payable to this."
$40 reading fee?
Every one of them wants a reading fee. Please allow 4 weeks to respond. Thank you.
Well, they must get inundated with this crap. So what I would do...
charging people?
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good racket. I didn't realize agents did that.
They don't, Howard.
$40 reading fee. Where did you get the names of these agents?
Out of the literary marketplace.
I see. Look, here's what I would do. If I was you, I wouldn't worry about anyone stealing your material right now. I would let a lot of people see it. I
think you ought to give it away.
Yeah, I think you ought to, beg Mike Judge to read it or something. You know what I mean? You see, get an agent is like a weird thing. Like, I didn't get an agent until somebody wanted me to work.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like agents really aren't that interested in you unless you have you see, people misunderstand what an agent is. A lot of people think an agent is a guy supposed to find you work.
Right.
That's not the case. An agent is a guy, once you get work, he goes in, and if you've got any kind of negotiating posture, gives you the ability to get a good deal. Someone's got to want you first.
Right.
So you see a lot of guys running around trying to get agents, and they haven't done anything.
Yeah, the agent can't create any heat around you.
Like, I know a guy who's there was this kid who interned for us, this guy Danny Zucker. When we were at Fox Television, we were going to put together some pilots. He was our intern. He used to get me coffee and bring stuff to my house. And I was always nice to him because I would feed him when he came out to my house. But he really apparently looked to me like he had no talent. But anyway,
Well, how could you tell? He was handing you cleaning.
Yeah, I mean, the guy used to, take my cleaning out, and get me coffee. Jackie, I don't think we ever let him write a thing, did we?
No.
I don't remember.
Nor did he ever volunteer.
It wasn't memorable.
Right.
I remember Danny carrying things.
Yeah, Danny had big biceps. Yeah, that was it. He was a strong, stocky kid. So, the kid, while he was interning for us, he met our executive producer, who was this guy who got hired to work on the Wilton North Report of all shows, and he brought Danny with him and got Danny a sort of a little writing assignment on that show, and then from there he went and somehow hooked up with Arsenio. See, and then he got an agent.
Right.
See, someone's got to want you first, and then when he started writing for Arsenio, then all of a sudden now he's writing for Roseanne.
Yeah.
And he's written for a whole bunch of other people.
Evening Shade.
Yeah, Evening Shade. All shows that are canceled.
Other different things.
Yeah, Wilton North, Evening Shade, and...
Yeah, there was some HBO thing, too.
Yeah, that's gone, too. So, what else has Danny done?
He's written a lot of things. He writes, he gets stuff there was a cable show. It was some NFL awards where they had football coaches taking clips of the year and giving out...
So he's done a lot of jobs.
He does award shows, and then he had... what was that show with Scott Baio that was a ripoff of the John Travolta, Kirstie Alley movie? It was called Baby Talk.
He wrote that?
Yeah.
Oh.
They brought him in as the series was dying to try to punch it up.
Okay.
It wasn't. He didn't create it.
He was brought in as a spin doctor to try to put a good spin on the show.
A script doctor.
Script doctor.
He did 8 weeks on that show. It was on its way down.
We keep talking about his career will be over. But anyway, the thing is that, and now ironically, Alan Stephen brings him coffee. Right? Little inside joke. Just kidding. Anyway, the point is that this is how it's done. You see, Genius? All right? In other words...
Do you have the scenario now?
Yeah, I mean, someone's got to want you before an agent... if you called up an agent and said, hey, Beavis and Butthead wants me to be a writer on their show, I need you to negotiate a deal, the guy would sign you up in 2 seconds.
Right.
Instead of paying him to read your scripts.
But can I pay a reading fee?
No.
That's not legit.
Are you a douche? Answer the question. Are you a douche, yes or no?
I don't know.
Oh, all right, you don't know. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. You are. You're a douche.
If I pay a reading fee.
You're right. No, don't pay a reading fee. And because
when he said he had all these letters back, I said, I got to hear these letters.
Yeah, well, that's some letter.
Have you ever known anybody who's either with a book or a movie who sent stuff out blindly and ever gotten a call back saying, hey,
Never.
this is great?
Never. It doesn't work that way. They won't look at your stuff unless you have an agent.
You have to meet somebody or know somebody.
Yeah, but you got to, like, you know, you got to just sort of get involved with writers, and you got to start hanging out.
You got to be around the industry.
Yeah.
Well, how do I get a crack on that then?
Oh,
Well, Jackie will read your stuff for like $1,000.
Cash.
But if he reads it, you'll really go places.
Cash only.
Yeah.
And I'll call.
But
are you in school? You're 29. You're not in school.
Can't even intern.
Yeah, he's a little late for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like I sent one to Don
So write some. Who? Don Buchwald?
Right, your agent, and he never responded.
I'm
that
shocked.
awful super agent.
Yeah, but my agent wouldn't have responded to me when I first got in radio. You got to understand, so when I first got in radio, I was surprised I got a job.
You know why Don didn't respond? He doesn't have that $40 reading fee.
Yeah, one of the things I'll say about my agent, he doesn't have a $40 reading fee. I don't know about these other guys you wrote to. I mean, I don't know.
Well, see, the Association of Authors Representatives stipulates that there has been a lot of abuse in the industry with that reading fee.
Is that right?
I guess so.
But after knowing that, you're still wondering whether you should pay it.
Right.
Right.
You want to be abused.
No, I don't want to be abused.
Why don't you go downstairs and have sex with your dad, too? You know, as long as you're thinking of abuse.
Well, see, they all want reading fees, so it's something, and I get, you know, I don't know.
I can see why you were thinking of narrowing it down. That could get very expensive.
Right.
Oh, I see. You want to figure out which agents to send the $40 to.
Right.
Yeah, I only want to send it to like 10 of them.
In some cases.
Why don't you pick out every agent in the world and send them $40? Someone's got to respond to that.
But I mean, you know, how can I get at least Don Butchwald, maybe to at least, even if he says
Don
no.
Butchwald?
Yeah, he'll respond to you. He's a butcher. Don Buchwald will respond to you when you have a job. You have no job.
He will. Okay, but other agents, it may be.
In other words, if he felt that you were a guy who was in demand, he would represent you. He don't have time to start taking some kid with a couple of scribbles on a piece of paper. He can't. What's he going to do?
Why don't you start sending your material to the shows you think it would be appropriate for?
Yeah, and let's say
once you've got some credentials, then you can get an agent.
And let's say the worst thing happens. They steal your material.
Right.
Keep a copy.
Yeah, but even if they steal your material and you can't prove it or anything like that, so what? Who cares? I mean,
nobody's seeing
right now nobody's seeing it. And here's the point: by putting it in the mail and mailing in like your scripts and junk, nobody's ever going to read them anyway. You got to like go down and find out where they write and see if you could maybe help out down there and get, you know.
Yeah, even if you get a job as like a water boy or something.
Yeah, get in the industry. Listen, what are we wasting our time for? I got to go.
Call us when you make more progress.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I think
you want to be a writer, you got to get in with writers. You got to get into the industry. You got to maybe move to California.
What is so difficult about the advice
I live
Howard's
in
giving
California.
Oh, you live in California?
Yeah, up here in San Francisco.
Well, then I have two words for you: mail room.
Everybody starts.
You start out low.
Do you understand now?
I think I understand that, yeah.
You know how Jackie got started on my show?
How?
Jackie had written some material. You know, he recorded some albums. I thought they were funny. And I called him up and I said, you want to come in and be a guest on the show? And I said, I got a good idea for you. You could, like, people will give you jokes and they'll try and stump you or something like that. And he came in and he did it once a week. And as we were talking and stuff, he would start writing. He started to write material, show me he could write. And then I went to bat for him, and I said, hey, could we get this guy some money to write? That's how it works.
And still he doesn't have an agent.
Right, and Jackie still doesn't have an agent. Refuses to get an agent. Made his wife his agent.
I thought he had an agent.
Yeah. Why don't you, Jackie, put out a writing fee? Maybe someone will respond to you. But the point is, you know, that's how it happens. You know people who can write. I get letters from guys all the time want to write. First, I throw them right in the garbage. I don't want to read their junk. I don't have time.
Oh, I understand. Yeah.
I mean, maybe there's one gem in there, but what am I going to spend 900 hours looking for a gem?
You could
when you probably already have some, so you don't need any rough hands.
I did that once. I found a gem. I got the guy. I had to dump food on him. All right, look, I got to go.
Hey, other question, Howard.
What?
I asked something entirely different. You remember with the elections, did Jim Moran ever win, or whatever became of him?
Who?
The FCC Appropriation Commissioner.
I don't. Listen, I got to go, okay? I got to go. I can't take it. All right.
Okay, bye-bye, Howard.
I hope you do well.
All right, thank you, Robin.
It's Howard's career corner.
I love that guy.
Yeah. I'm like all confused.
You were saying go get a menial job in some showbiz-related industry, and he said, I think I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, he's the stupidest guy ever. I like he's writing Beavis and Butthead. Like, what challenge is that?
And that's all he wants to write for. Right now, that's his expertise, Beavis and Butthead.
And with my luck, I know the way Reicher Entertainment is, he'll end up writing my movie. They're going to hire him. That's who they hire.
They're asking if he has an agent.
Right. Oh, the guy has no agent. We can get him cheap. And I don't want any Hollywood writers.
Lots of time.
Right. And he only needs 2 weeks. My movie's like, I have no idea how Hollywood works, but the producers of my movie, they hire writers to give them 2 weeks to write the script.
Wow.
And they get frustrated.
And they get mad. And they go, well, why isn't it, why isn't it right?
And they really come back in 2 weeks with a script?
Yeah. Yeah, they can do it.
That doesn't mean it's good.
And then they get all crazy because I'm not in there filming. And I go, well, don't we have to have a good script first?
What do you have to work with?
And then they get nuts because they think I'm delaying the process. So I'm having my own little nightmare.
That's an amazing situation.
Yeah.
People were asking me on vacation, too, well, what's with the movie?
Yeah, well, everyone's anxious to see the movie.
Yeah.
The problem is, I haven't seen it yet. I got to see it on the page.
Absolutely. The movie's got to be written.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
What happened to your script?
My script was a series of scenes that I knew was not a movie, but but the scenes are basically solid. Everyone tells me that and they like them.
But
I even sent them off to the brilliant Ivan Reitman, who said these are really good scenes.
Yeah.
Now all you got to do is get some guy
to charge you a fee.
He charged me a $40 reading fee. I spent $40 getting it, but I had no idea there's such a thing as a reading fee.
Oh, there's a scam every minute.
Oh,
if you want to be somewhere, there's somebody who'll take you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's an old scam.
Yeah. Well, why don't we set up something like that?
When I was trying to be a songwriter, there was lots of places in the back of every magazine. We will file your song for you.
Yeah. Great.
They filing, just paying $50 filing fee.
Right.
Yeah, we won't charge you for the
people are so anxious.
Where are they filing it? Yeah.
Exactly.
We'll file it, all right.
You can file it yourself, but we'll file it for you.
But how many suckers got their songs filed? It's a big file somewhere. And then when they get dragged into court, they go, Your Honor, here's the file.
Yeah, they were honest.
There it is.
We told them.
We made a big file, and it's
just see right here on this little manila folder, there's the song title, goes in alphabetical order.
And I don't think $50 is too much to charge for some honor like that.
There'd be like a dozen or 15 of these ads in every one of these, magazines, even Rolling Stone, places like that.
Yeah, I know.
Legitimate ads.
Yeah, we'll file your. I'm starting a business like that. I need the cash. All right, let's take a break. I'm done with Career Corner. I hope that helped a lot of aspiring writers out there. Yeah, Fred, believe me, that kid had more gumption than you.
At least he's trying.
Fred working on his own Beavis and Butthead script.
Once I had a cab driver tell me that you inadvertently give out a lot of showbiz advice while you're sitting here, and he is taking that advice.
Now he's driving a cab. He drives in a straight line. All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. Once again, Howard Stern.
We got to do our home shopping thing in a second, but first of all, let me make a couple of announcements. If anybody has a copy of Larry King's show from last night, evidently Oprah was on, and there was a great Howard Stern phone call.
Oh, you're kidding.
That's what I got a fax. I haven't heard it, but Oprah was on. Oprah. Well, I'd like to hear that.
Well, that'll be an interesting little encounter.
Yeah. Jackie Joke Man, order Jackie's Wild Comedy CD or cassette. It's $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. It's a Jokeland special. Buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. And Friday night, January 13th, at the Treehouse Comedy Club, Jackie goes to Bridgeport, Connecticut. For filthy jokes and info, call 516-922-WINE. Remember, 516-922-WINE is not a pay service. Thank you, Jackie. God bless you. Speaking of Jackie, some guy faxed me. Jackie, over the vacation, went to Jamaica. And, of course, Jackie being the cheapest guy on the show, even though he thinks he's a big spender, Because Jackie makes good money. He makes money in clubs. He makes money off the record.
And I know a lot of people who are cheap with other people, but very few who are cheap with themselves, and Jackie's one of them.
Yeah, Jackie reminds me of my father-in-law a lot. My father-in-law who sends me, like, his broken toasters. Like, I make a pretty good living. And my father-in-law still, to this day, sends me his broken toasters and goes, well, maybe you guys can pay to get this fixed, and it's a perfectly good toaster. Yeah. And it's like, hey, Bob, I can afford to pay for a new toaster, I think.
Yeah.
I think it might be, I think what I'd have to pay for a repair just might not make it valuable. So Jackie, of course, decides to go to Jamaica with his wife, and Jackie went on a, what is it called?
Sandals.
A sandals tour. Where
Sandals in Negril.
What?
Sandals in Negril, Jamaica.
In Negril, which sounds like Negro to me.
For good reason.
Well, there's plenty of Negroes in Jamaica, right?
Yes.
Negrill. Does everything in Jamaica have to be about Negro? Just because there's a lot of black people there? Negrill. Negrill.
Kind of made me laugh.
So, you go to this Sandals and everything, like, what is it, a place with like a barbed wire area or something? Like it's like a...
It's fenced in?
It's fenced in or something? And
it's kind of an enclosed area.
It's like going to summer camp in Jamaica. In other words, it's for people who, want free drink tickets and...
Well, they have a certain amount to spend on vacation, and they, want their dollar to go as far as it possibly can.
So they get a package.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but...
No.
I'll say it...
So anyway, according to this guy, he met Jackie, because, you think Jackie might want a little privacy with his wife
a
or
little
something.
exclusivity.
But this is, like, a lot of our listeners go on Sandals tours.
Yeah.
And Jackie, right in there. I'm not saying you have to be a snob or anything, but maybe you'd want a little distance on your vacation from all of that. And this guy faxed me, goes, Jackie the Jamaican joke man, had a very good reason to bring his wife on vacation. It was so that she could stand in line at the booking counter while Jackie drank beers at the bar with me. This is from this guy, Mark.
So he could stand in line where?
Nancy was standing at the booking line? And you were at the bar?
While you were at a bar?
This is while we're waiting in line 3 hours at the airport, yes.
So Nancy waits in line while you go to the bar and drink? Jackie drinking wherever he is.
What are you waiting in line for?
Even I don't know. Did you take first class?
Yeah, forget about it.
So why are you in line?
You'd have to see the nightmare that is the Jamaican airport. There was one little 8.5 by 11 piece of paper that said first class, and there was a war of about... I'd say 2,000 people in there, and there's no way to fight your way through and say, excuse me, we're first class.
You're telling me the Jamaicans aren't efficient people?
It's hard to believe. But they're not. The airport isn't computerized. We stood in line for 2 hours, so I went up to get a beer at the bar to drink while we're standing in line, so I went up to get a beer, and this guy recognized me and said hello. He's a very nice guy.
Jackie always finds a place to drink, a watering hole.
You know what? If he sees a line, that means go to the bar.
All right, Nancy, you stay here. I'm going to go get a beer at the bar.
He likes a line, actually.
Yeah. What time of day was this?
Very early.
Was it like
about 6 o'clock in the evening?
6 o'clock in the evening? Drinking time?
From 5:30 to 7:30 we stood in line. It was the last day of vacation, man.
I need a beer. It's always constant beers.
Oh, look at that line, Nancy. I'm going to get a beer.
And this is on the way home, and it was an orgy of beer.
Yeah.
The whole time he was there.
He's been doing nothing but drinking beer.
Yeah, right. Now he needs another drink to calm himself down.
It was actually the first beer I had had. I'm drinking Mai Tais.
Mixing his monsters.
All right, so there's a little glimpse into the Jackie vacation plan.
Thank you, Mark. My friend Mark.
He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy.
Here's some girl. I saw her on Beverly Hills 90210. She played a lesbian.
Yeah.
She wrote me a letter. She's really hot. She's like a model. She wants to come on the show, I think, and get naked.
Really?
First one.
She wants to show me her breast. Dear Howard, I wanted you to know that I will be playing a lesbian on Beverly Hills 90210. This is a while ago. Please watch the show and let America know. I would like to come on your show and flash you my real, large, God-made breasts. If you let me spank you. Hell yeah. I'll let you give me a massage. I need to talk to you regarding my own sexual preferences. I'm not sure which way to go.
And she's an actress?
Yeah. And I saw her. She's really hot.
Yeah?
It was on Beverly Hills 90210. They throw a party, and all these lesbians show up, and they dance with each other.
So have you talked to this woman?
No, but I got her home number. We can call her. Let me see. I'd like to see that. You want to see pictures of her? First, let me make sure it's her, because someone could have written this in her name. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think they could have just gotten her picture.
And she doesn't want to show you anything.
Yeah, right. So, you never know till they show up. Wanna need 'em. But she is hot.
You have pictures of her there.
Yeah, 5'10", 130 pounds. Green eyes, light brown hair.
That's very tall.
Yeah. I might date her. I was figuring I'm going to start dating in 1995.
Is that your resolution?
Yeah, and I'm just gonna have oral sex. That's all.
Dave, not available right now, but please leave your name and your number, and I'll.
Oh, it's a guy.
As soon as I can.
See?
She might live with a guy.
See, I knew it was a scam. This is not her answering machine. You know what it is? He got her publicity photos, sent them to me, and goofed on me. Hey, is Christine there? Hello? Hello, is Christine there? It's Howard Stern calling. That did not sound like...
What Christine would have on her answering machine?
Yeah. Oh, did I get scammed.
And look at how easy you are.
Hey, Christine, pick up the phone. There's no Christine there. That sounded like a black guy.
Yeah.
Maybe I dialed the wrong number.
You think?
Let me try one more time. Feel free to call me. Yeah, and then it says, here's my work number after 9 a.m. and my voicemail. She don't work. She's an actress.
Work number?
Yeah.
And you just, now you're seeing that.
Yeah.
You were too blinded by her beauty.
Yeah. That was no Christine. Ma-da-dee-dee. No. What the hell is that?
I don't know.
Because look at this girl, man. Can you imagine her coming in and just showing us her breasts? Hello? What happened?
I don't know. Just stopped ringing. Why don't you try the voicemail number?
What's voicemail?
Hello?
Hey, is this Christine?
Yeah, it is.
It's Howard Stern. We're on the air.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I know when I'm on the air.
Yeah, well, you don't know when you've dialed the wrong number.
I think I dialed the wrong number.
No, I know it's you because you have Robin there, and Robin wouldn't go with just any guy.
That's right.
Are you the girl who was on Beverly Hills 90210?
Yeah, I'm a lesbian.
You want to come on?
Why took you so long to call me?
I don't know. I must have been insane.
You know what? There is that Gary guy who's probably in the bathroom all week with my picture.
Yeah, look at these pictures of her. Here she is on the beach with her hands over her breasts. Here she is.
She wants to come in and show them to you?
Yeah, here she is in a bathing suit. That's like a little modeling shot. Here she is in a bikini, laying on the beach all sexy.
Jackie's begging. Give them to me.
Give me those.
Hand them over.
Here. And here's like her modeling shot.
Right, her headshot or something.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that's me.
And you were in that dirty show, Red Shoe Diaries. You probably took your top off in that, right?
No, actually, I was the only one who was dressed, and I had a G-string and garters, but I had a sexy bra or whatever. But
let me get this straight: you would come in here, show me your breasts, and then you would spank me, and then you'll give me a massage.
No. I get to spank you, and you give me the massage.
Oh, okay.
And I will.
Either way, that's good.
It sounds good to you. Whatever she wants.
And you'll show me your breasts.
Yeah, you.
Oh.
Hey. Jackie, just stop daydreaming.
All right, yeah, I don't have any problem with that.
And Robin, if Robin's interested.
No, that's all right.
So you're not sure about you say you went out with Fabio for 2 months and had no desire to have sex with him?
Yeah.
Why was that?
Too good looking?
No. I don't know.
Was it a personality thing?
I just didn't. Yeah, I didn't feel like. And plus, I think he's probably been with a lot of girls, and
yeah, he has. I know that.
And I just was just like, well, I don't know. He was okay. He was very nice. Always.
But you're into girls?
Huh?
You're into girls?
I'm not sure.
Have you ever been with a girl?
Well.
Well, sounds like yes to me. Yeah.
Sort of.
You betcha.
So I'll tell you what. I'll put you on hold. Do we want to hear the lesbian story now, or we want to wait till she
I
comes in?
want to know what sort of means.
Sort of means she did it. And she, that's like. Well, I sort of had homosexual sex like 12 times, but I'm not sure if I'm gay.
Well,
You're really hot. I'll tell you something. When I see girls like you, sometimes I wish. I mean, I love my wife, but sometimes I wish I wasn't married.
No. Wait a minute. You love your wife.
Right.
Now, are you saying she's not going to be around if you're not married?
Yeah, well, I'm saying sometimes I wish that maybe I wasn't married and I could date her.
But you still love your wife.
Yeah, so I love my wife.
I don't understand.
Well,
I have to say I love my wife before I say I want to cheat on my wife, okay? You have to preface everything saying I love my wife.
I see what you're saying.
So you say, let me do that.
It's a disclaimer.
Would you have sex with me?
Sure.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well,
based on what
I heard you've been working on you've been working out a lot. But
you're not attracted to me?
Am I attracted to you?
Yeah.
Actually, I am, because I'm attracted to people's minds more than the rest of them.
I love my wife. I love my
think
kids.
that's why I couldn't be with Fabio.
I love my wife. I love my kids. I love 50%.
Fabio had no mind? How could you say
No, he had a great mind, but it wasn't.
You tell me Fabio has no mind? Are you crazy?
Well,
that guy's
it wasn't
a genius.
your mind, I'll tell you that.
He's a rocket scientist. I love my wife. I love my kids. I love my wife. I love my kids. I don't want to give up half my money. I don't want to give up half my money. I don't want to give up half
maybe
my
just look at your bank account.
I don't want to give up my money.
No, I am very attracted to you, Howard. I've been attracted to you for a long time.
Christ, I'm so attracted to you. This is nuts. And I know that she's attracted to me because...
Kismet. She's attracted to you. You're attracted to her.
Yeah, I'm in love with her.
I like a man who's got wit and who can appreciate a woman,
Yeah, and that's me.
Yes, obviously. Obviously, you like women, so I can appreciate that.
I like women as friends as well as lovers. I know just what to say. I know all the stock answers.
Right.
Most of my friends are women. I enjoy hanging out with women and just talking with them.
Do you really think, though, you could pull off the ultimate, no, I want to get to know you better first?
I don't think I could pull that off. Not with her. If I was with her, I would take her into a room, throw her head up against a wall, and give her hard sex.
Oh, boy.
And then after 100 times of that, then I could get to know her.
Okay.
Either that or throw her out a window.
Well, I can take it, Howard.
Yeah, you're built to take it. You're built for sex.
Oh, God.
What's your last name?
What's my last name?
Or you just go by one name.
What?
I can't. Are we really on the air?
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you.
Well, if you come in, you're going to be on TV.
I know. But that's okay.
Does she just go by the one name, Christine?
Well, that last name is kind of I won't say what it is, but it's kind of foreign.
No, it's...
well, everyone knows they saw you on Beverly Hills 90210.
It's Christine Mejia.
Mejia?
Mejia.
Where are you from?
Mejia.
Oh, you guys are making fun of me.
Is your name Christine? Mejia.
Your name's like Jackie Laugh.
She's got a nice wide pelvis. Have you looked at the pictures?
Oh, my God.
Nice for just sliding my hands over.
I do not.
You do too, baby. Oh, God, I'd give you such a workout. You wouldn't even know what hit you. First of all, what I would do to you, just with my tongue.
Oh, jeez.
You wouldn't even know. You would never have experienced this kind of pleasure.
You haven't done anything in so long. How do you even know what you could do?
Look at me sitting here. My hips are gyrating. Look at this. Look, I'm moving and stuff.
It's like riding a bicycle, Robin. You just don't forget.
Oh, believe me, I haven't forgotten a thing.
You know what? He might get there and say, you know what? There's a reason I don't do this stuff.
Baby, you'd have to be patient with me because, I might be a little too excited at first because I haven't been with it.
I'm so tired of that.
What?
It always happens. That's
that premature stuff?
You mean the premature situation?
Yeah.
Whoa, no. What you got to do is just expect me to... You know what I'll do? I'll take care of myself 3 or 4 times before I'm with you, so you won't have to deal with that.
Exactly.
All right, baby?
That's what I want, yeah. I like a man who thinks ahead.
You're a bad girl, aren't you? Yeah, you don't know which way to go. You don't know whether to be a lesbian or a...
Is that really a dilemma?
Hey, why don't you come in? I'd like to meet you.
It is kind of, yeah.
So what happened? When did you have this lesbian sex?
Well, it's not just once, so...
Oh, but she wasn't sure.
Well,
trust me, you're going there. You know what I'd love? Like me, you, and another, me and you and another girl in bed.
Yeah? Wouldn't.
What?
I said, who wouldn't like that?
You could probably hook that up for me, couldn't you?
Yeah, I live in Los Angeles. Everything's possible here.
This girl is really tall, really thin, long, thin legs.
She doesn't look tall in her pictures. That's surprising.
That's because she's mostly laying
Because
down.
I'm not standing next to anyone.
Yeah.
No, do you look like a little girl, though?
So you ever see a midget in a picture? You can't tell how tall he is. Let me have those pictures again so I can work myself up. Hey, thanks. I like to talk to the girls.
Jackie's finished with them.
Yeah, give me back the pictures, you.
Hey, this one's damp.
Yeah. Look at the breasts.
Well, did you see that show?
Yeah, I saw
The
it.
lesbian one?
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, good.
You're not the one who got in the fire, though.
Right. Well, that's good because she got all burned up.
You were the one who was all jealous.
Right. That's me.
Yeah, you're a good actress, too.
Oh, thank you.
5'10", bust 36D, waist 25, hips, and the D is natural.
Oh, she claims.
You can tell, too, Fred. Look.
No, it is.
It is, because they're not all pointed out straight. I would say that's a good bet.
I'm actually 5'11", but I lie.
Oh,
Really? Is
that's
that tall?
great. Shoe 9.5. I like a girl with a nice big foot.
Oh, yeah.
Hair brown, eyes green. Perfect body. What do you work out day and night?
No, I just have a really fast metabolism. I'm really lucky, actually.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, when you're this tall, it's not too difficult.
Yeah. I'm 6'5", and I got a big belly on me. I got a nice big sloshy belly on me. It's pretty difficult for me. Oh, I tell you something. I could have some fun with you. And you wouldn't tell my wife, would you?
Well, at least she's honest.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe she could just join us. Maybe you could enlighten her.
Well, let me have sex with you a couple of times and then introduce you into the marriage.
Maybe you should take her pictures home to Allison. She's a very attractive young woman. If
Yeah.
Allison's going to ever do that.
Tonight I'll take your pictures home to my wife and let her take a look at them and see if she'd be willing to have sex with you.
Go for it.
Yeah, go for it right out the door. My wife's real provincial.
That's okay.
She's not the swinger that I am.
So you want me to come over? You want
Yes.
to come to New York?
Yes, I've been a bad boy. Hey, I've got the new laughing stock I got to hook her up
I
with.
saw that back there.
Yeah. I got this big wooden stockade I can throw girls into.
Really?
Yeah, do you dig that?
I'd have to see it first.
It's great. This guy just sent it to me from California. We ordered it. We special ordered it. Cost like $400.
And how long did it take him to put that piece of junk together?
I don't know. Baba Booey was putting it together all yesterday. You should see it.
Talk about scam.
When you come in, I'm going to use it on you.
Wow.
Hey, will
I could use it on you, too.
Will you change into different outfits during the interview?
Sure.
Like lingerie and bikinis?
If that's what you want,
Great.
it's not a problem.
Super.
It's only lingerie and a bikini, right?
How old were you when you first had lesbian sex?
9.
9?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Well, girls messing around when you're little. But I guess you couldn't really do anything. We kind of started then, though.
You started kissing and everything?
Yeah.
Where were you from?
That's so cute.
I'm from here. I'm from Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, they do that out
They
there.
do. They have school for that. Jackie, dim the lights, will you? Oh, they are dimmed. Stupid TV lights. I'm rubbing up against a piece of wood and I'm embarrassed because I'm on camera. Get that camera off me.
You're supposed to be sitting there just talking, Howard.
What are you wearing right now?
Right now? Well, not much. I'm just wearing a T-shirt.
Any
It's really
panties?
hot in my. It's been pouring here, and so my heater's up. All
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you're still dry.
Yeah, well,
I'm not.
now that I'm talking to Howard.
Right on. With sexual double entendre. So, you're just wearing a T-shirt, no panties?
Mhm. I got up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. I was so hot. I just got back in bed and that's it.
You're not going to take off your shirt?
Do you want me to?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take it off. You're too hot and sweaty.
I am hot, actually.
Yeah.
Should turn the.
Just be naked.
Okay.
Are you naked?
Yeah.
Are you really?
I am. So what? I'm in my apartment all by myself.
So when you do Beverly Hills 90210, none of those guys on the show hit on you?
Well, most of them are married or engaged now.
Why would they do that?
I don't know.
They're bored.
Yeah, exactly.
So you mean like Luke Perry doesn't come on to you or anything?
No. Well, I'm 5'11".
Yeah, and he's kind of short.
Yeah. He's a lot shorter than me, but he's a sweet guy.
You're perfect height for me. I would have liked to take you to Governor Pataki's inauguration.
You didn't need
What
a
a scene that would have been, huh? Walking with some actress.
Well, so now I'm naked. What are you going to do with me, Howard?
I hang up on you. That turns girls on.
Will you hang up on him?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So what's the next time you had lesbian sex? Like when you were grown up?
Grown up.
Yeah.
I'm not grown up yet, but...
Because at 9 it couldn't have been much.
Well, yeah, the first time you went all the way.
Like what'd you do at 9? Just like kiss another girl and stuff?
Yeah.
You didn't get you naked or anything, did you?
Well, we were naked, sort of.
Really? At 9? How were you naked? Like, what, was it a sleepover party?
I think we went into my garage, from what I remember.
And what were you going to do, like practice kissing boys on each other?
I just really liked her. I thought she was really beautiful. She was my best friend, yeah.
And you just said to her, let's go in my garage and make out?
So there was not even a pretense that you were kissing a boy.
And how'd you get naked in the garage?
We were just in there. And I think I don't know,
You leaned over and kissed her?
Huh?
You just leaned over and kissed her? So you
I don't know how much kissing we did. I think we did more touching.
And you initiated?
From what I remember, yes.
All right, so...
But it was a long time ago.
When did you try it again?
Did he just burp, Robin?
Yes, a real long, loud one.
That's a release.
So,
fart next.
I just went to the bathroom in my chair.
You know, when you're turned on, that's the first time you've ever done that in one of these conversations.
Robin, when I'm turned on, I lose control of my bowels. I forgot to tell you girls that.
So when does the next time?
I just totally evacuate.
But at least we could have an intelligent conversation afterwards.
Yeah. So like when did you try it for real?
Well, after that was like when I was 13, and then when was the last? Well, I haven't like totally like gotten into it. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. When's the last time you did it?
Oops, sorry. I would say about 2 years ago.
All right, so 2 years ago, where were you at a club? Because when you walk into a club, it must be stunning. I mean, you must be like dressed to kill, right? Little mini skirts, no panties. What were you wearing? Where'd you meet this girl at a club?
Actually, yeah, that is where I met her, but it was through friends. She was a friend, and she became my friend.
So a group of girls went to a club together?
Yeah, we all go out here.
And what do you wear when you go to the club?
Same, mini skirts and tight pants, bustiers.
So this girl looked really good to you?
Well, that's the thing. It's like I knew that she was bisexual.
Yeah.
So I did like her a lot.
And when you saw her, what was she wearing that night?
She was wearing these shorts, like cut-off shorts. But that's okay for around here, and like with boots, like with
cowboy boots.
No.
Like construction type boots.
No, like motorcycle boots.
Yeah, with white socks.
Huh?
With white socks and little cut off shorts.
No socks, just the boots.
Just the boots.
Really high, up right below the knee.
And cut off shorts.
Right, and
with
then
the butt sticking out.
Yes.
Oh. And what on top?
She's a really pretty girl, too.
How tall is she?
She's short. She's like 5'6". And then,
And is she like an actress type, too?
Actually, no. She works in the doctor's office.
Was she model at all? Could she? She's not tall
maybe.
enough? Does she have a big chest?
Yes, but it's not her. Well, it's hers now.
Oh, so she has breast implants?
Yeah. But
D cups?
I think she's a B or C. She's probably a C. She's pretty big. Blonde. She's very sweet girl, and I liked her a lot.
So, like, what happened? You were at the club dancing together and stuff?
Yeah, we met, and
then what happened? What'd you say? Hey, let's go back to my place?
Well, no, it didn't happen that fast,
You just met, but then what happened the night that you did it? Like, you were starting to become friends and everything, you started talking about sex?
Right, we became friends, and she told me, that she was attracted to me and everything, and then like we went out one night, and
just you and her?
Right, and this, like, she has a boyfriend, and that was driving him crazy. That was the whole problem, was her boyfriend, and he was such a big turnoff for me, but And just the thought that she was with him, you know.
I just want to get to the lesbian stuff.
Okay,
The girls love build-up. I mean, I'm trying to get to when the lesbian sex occurred.
I'm reading the paper.
I know. I mean, what is this?
I got drunk and...
All right, so you got drunk at that dinner that night, and the boyfriend wasn't around.
She made me dinner. I went over.
Oh, you went over her house, and the boyfriend wasn't there.
Right.
She invited you over. She told you she was attracted, but you hadn't let on that you were attracted to her?
No, I did. I told her I was, but...
And what'd you wear over to dinner that night? Did you get special dressed up for your big night? Did you have a feeling that you were going to have lesbian sex with her?
I wore my long, like underwear, but I had jeans on.
You had jeans and underwear on?
Yeah, like a G-string and a bra, like a lacy bra.
What kind of shirt? Little Vippy shirt with your belly sticking out?
Like a tight shirt.
Yeah. And then you go over to her apartment, and what's she wearing, like lingerie?
She's not so obvious, but she had like this skirt with the thigh highs. And every time she kept, like, walking around, you could see her thigh highs. So.
You could see up her dress.
Right, exactly.
And then what happened? You guys started drinking?
Yeah, we just started drinking.
And then what, she came over to you and said, I'm really attracted to you?
Well, she didn't need to say that, you know. And so then, we're just sitting there, and then we started to kiss, and...
What do you mean you started to kiss? You just started kissing? You leaned over to her and started kissing her?
We were just looking at each other, yeah. I mean, how many, all the girls you see, you have to ask them, can I kiss you? Or you just do it, right?
No, I usually have to ask. I'm not real sure on the signal. And then all of a sudden were you sitting on the couch doing this?
Right. It's a leather couch, like a white leather couch.
And then what happened? She took off all your clothes?
Yeah.
She undressed you?
Mm-hmm.
Was she, like, freaking out how beautiful you were?
Yeah.
What was she saying to you? Like, oh, my God, I can't believe how beautiful you are?
She was telling me that that's what she, that ever since she met me, that's what she wanted and everything. And she was kissing me and touching me or whatever. And then...
And were you getting turned on?
Got undressed and...
And you undressed her?
Oh, yes.
And then when she, like, naked, you guys walked into the bedroom?
We didn't go in the bedroom.
Just stay right there on the couch?
Yeah.
Super. Hey, when can you come in? Can you come in? Can you be here in an hour?
In an hour?
She's in Los Angeles.
Yeah, but they have jumbo jets that get you here real quick. They have air travel at...
supersonic speed.
What's the Concorde?
I could be there in a week.
Okay, hold on. We'll put you on hold, all right?
Okay.
Okay.
I love you guys.
I love you. And I look forward to our encounter.
You finally called me.
Of course.
All right, Howard. Well, I'll see you soon. I'll definitely come. I have so many friends in New York.
Okay, good.
And I have friends, actually.
Consider me a friend.
Okay.
You have a good personality, too. I can really talk to you. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going through the mail, and I had seen that episode of Beverly Hills 90210.
Did you recognize her right away from her picture?
Yeah, I knew exactly who she played. Yeah. It wasn't a big part or anything, but she was a real piece of ass. And then all of a sudden I'm reading this, and she's saying, I want to come in and show you my breast.
Uh-huh. You never guessed that was going to be in there.
I mean, look at that. I mean, that's who I was just talking to. She's perfect.
Not the best picture you have of her.
Oh, well, then shoes. You tell me. She's perfect. I could never get bored of that. Oofa. How's that? I can't wait for her visit.
Good job, boss.
Thank you.
Can we come in Saturday?
Fred's sick, and you know what, Fred? It's real annoying when you talk.
Sorry.
He's sick?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, he's got some sort of cold going on. Here he comes. It's only Jackie.
Jackie now.
All right, I got to take a break. All right, a little lesbian love story this morning for you.
Well, the first one of 1995.
Yeah. You know, we have so much to get to. We got to do the shopping thing that we're going to do. But
yes, I saw Gary's bag of goodies out there.
I don't know if anyone's called in with that Larry King thing, but I'm dying to hear that.
Yeah.
But, well, stay tuned. I got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. Once again, Howard Stern.
Thank you. I was just in here reminding Jackie of all the stand-up comics who now, like, have jobs like, you know, getting Roseanne Barr coffee and stuff, and that I saved him from a life of that.
That's true.
I was saying my appreciation.
Right. Okay, let me just go through. I know we're going to do the shopping thing, and I know you got that article, but let me just go through a couple of things. First of all, there's a Sotheby's catalog. You ever look through that, some of the stuff they auction off?
No, I haven't seen that.
Sotheby's is this place that auctions off stuff. And, like, I guess when you go to these auctions, you get caught up in it or something, and you start paying all this money for junk.
Right, that's why they have auctions.
But I was looking at this one. This was pretty funny. They're auctioning up. This has got to be a gay man's dream. All right, this
What
is
is it?
like if I knew a gay guy that I had to buy a Christmas gift for, I'd go and buy this for them. Judy Garland's appointment book.
Oh, my.
You know? Judy Garland's appointment book.
Oh, my.
9 o'clock, take Valium.
Yeah.
You'll be buying that from another gay person.
10 o'clock, accidentally put Liza's head in the toilet. Collection of Judy Garland's appointments. You know what that goes for? Between $6,000 and $8,000.
That's the starting bidding, which means it could go a lot higher.
Yeah.
Right.
6,000. 8,000. 9,000. Only gay guys would want that. Now, this is pretty funny, too.
Well, I told you when I was out at the Universal City tour, they had a whole Lucy museum, and there were all these outfits Lucy had worn on the show and at various award shows, and it was all from one man's collection. So he owned all that stuff.
Here's one I like. Like this is one of these items that you get carried away at an auction and you buy, and then like 10 minutes later you're like, why did I buy that? No one's going to believe it's Elvis Presley's black karate gi.
Yeah. See, that's exactly the thing. There are a lot of people who own various Elvis
and what is it?
outfits.
This gi was worn by Elvis, and so now you own it, and it's like, well, how do I authenticate that it really was his anyway?
Anything they say Elvis sweated in.
It comes with a letter of authenticity.
I see. That'll do it. A Kang-ri Kempo karate patch. Oh, look at this. He has several patches. Kang-ri and Kempo.
So he was into everything.
Well, he was a master at none of them. He had patches, is what he had.
He was a master at patches.
A Kang-ri and Kempo karate patch adorns the left side, and a large tiger patch with rhinestones. That's just what karate guys had in mind.
In rhinestones?
Well, you know what a karate outfit is supposed to be? Karate developed because peasant farmers in China used to, that's why they have all those weird little tools that they fight with, those little swords and stuff, because those are hoes, and that's what they are. They're like farming tools.
And the whole idea of the outfit was supposed to be very functional.
Yeah, what they wore in China was farming outfits. That was a farming outfit.
Yeah, but it's loose and you can move around in it, and it doesn't have anything that'll snag your hose like rhinestones.
Elvis would show up with rhinestones. Meanwhile, every guy in the gym could kick his ass. Let's see. White buttons adorn the front and pockets together with a letter of authenticity from his cousin Patsy, who states it dates from the early 1960s. You get an authenticity letter from Patsy.
Yeah. I want a letter
authenticating Patsy. Yeah.
Usually they will show you a picture of the person wearing the outfit, so I would be suspicious of this.
Yeah, that would be a big help. Do you know there's 10 pages in that catalog, Howard, of Betty Davis stuff? Somebody must have emptied Betty Davis's house.
Now, who wants Betty Davis stuff?
You get the pearls that her mother gave her as a wedding present.
Oh, boy. Which wedding?
And you get Elvis's black belt with that as well. His black
wonderful.
Belt.
Thank you.
$7,000 to $9,000. That's cool.
There's like Jimi Hendrix's contract.
Yeah.
It's all sorts of weird stuff.
All garbage.
Bad contract.
I just picture the family after one of these celebrities dies rifling through the attic looking for anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing, if anybody wants that, Sotheby's.
Do you ever think that one day something you've worn, like your fart man costume?
Yeah, my duty-stained fart man costume.
Your old Elvis gear and all that stuff will be valuable.
Very valuable. That's why I guarantee you 10 minutes after I drop dead, no one will have remembered me, and absolutely none of my stuff will be worthless. All that stuff I've been saving.
I was just reading in the paper today that Life magazine is doing a tribute to Elvis.
Yeah.
And it's a full magazine of Elvis they're going to do for his 60th anniversary.
Yeah, they sent it to me. I threw it right in the garbage.
Well, the thing is that when he was alive, they never had him on the cover of the magazine, and they used to say bad things about him.
Yeah, well.
Now that he's dead, they like him.
Of course.
Nicer dead.
I don't have problems with dead people. Still living.
Everybody gets along with Elvis now.
Let's see. Here's the facts. I'm just changing topics because I want to get through a lot of this stuff. Who do you think has the best-looking wife on the show? From an objective point of view, here is my list. Worst to best.
Worst to best.
That's what this is.
Number one would be the worst?
Yeah. Well, this guy says Scott's... he's insulting to all our wives, but he says Scott's Smoky Semen Bank. He calls all the women semen banks. He says, I've never seen her. There must be a reason. And she probably won't live long enough for me to get to her.
I was going to say, how can he evaluate Scott's wife? He's never seen her.
Yeah, and he says, if she is good-looking, she has to have been ruined by all that secondhand smoke. All right. Then he says, secondly is Jackie's loudmouth prize, Nancy. I don't think I could stand her for more than a minute, and I wonder how Jackie could find anything funny while being married to her.
Aww.
Right. Next is Gary's monkey mate, Mary. She is pretty, but there is something gross about any woman who would house retard's vile semen seed. Excuse me, vile simian seed.
Oh, I see.
Oh, my.
Howard's abrasive Allison. Allison is hot, but her voice is enough to annoy Wolfman Jack and Joan Rivers. However, the possibility of poisoning her against you and ending up with all the money you worked so hard for is inviting. It would give you plenty to bitch about on the air until you caught AIDS from one of the many chicks you'd be nailing once Allison was gone. And then finally, he rates at the top Fred's hot heave Allison.
Hot heave.
Hot heave?
Not only is she a feast for the eyes, but I figure if Fred can get her, anyone can.
That makes her doubly nice.
And he didn't place Robin anywhere alone.
I'm not married to any of you idiots.
But I mean, she's a woman.
Any of you idiots. This is,
Jackie just, why isn't she denigrated?
Yeah, get her in there. She thinks she's so good.
All right.
It had nothing to do with her. Why would she be on the list?
She's a woman.
No, she's a woman.
It said your wives.
He's like, he wants you in there.
He says he has an engineering degree.
Yeah.
I want validation.
Yeah, I want to see that engineering degree.
Elvis saw it.
Get that authenticated by Patsy. All right, did I read this letter on the air? This is somebody who wanted to thank me for pushing George Pataki to the top because if it wasn't for Howard Stern, New York would be stuck with that nigger lover Mario Cuomo.
Oh, no,
did I read this to you?
I don't remember.
All right, let me read this to you.
I would have remembered.
Thank you for pushing George Pataki over the top. A spectacular win in the governor's race. By the way, this is from Newt Gingrich. If it wasn't for Howard Stern, New York would still be stuck with that nigger lover, Mario Cuomo. Now the niggers will think twice before they mug, murder, or rape hardworking white people.
Oh, you think so?
Who knows? Let's see. This is this guy's theory, by the way. After I heard the good news that you got Pataki the votes he needed to win, me, Jeb, and Lester went out and beat up some niggers.
Oh, boy.
The white cops showed up, and instead of us getting arrested, the cops patted us on the back and gave us a ride back to the bar. I told the cops that I worked on the Howard Stern show, and they said any friend of Howard is a friend of ours.
It doesn't matter what he's done.
You just wonder if there's any truth in this.
I hope not.
Instead of being handed a welfare check for doing nothing, now the niggers will be handed a paintbrush and told to go out and paint all over their graffiti that they have inflicted on our beautiful state. Whitey has been putting up with the niggers long enough. Now it's payback time. Boy, this guy has a lot of hope for the Pataki administration.
I think so. That's a tough kind of, that's baggage. That's tough baggage to carry around.
A lot of pressure on Pataki. I can't wait until the air is filled with the stench of a bunch of niggers being fried in the electric chair.
I knew that was coming. What's that smell?
That's a bunch of niggers being fried in the electric chair. Thanks to Howard Stern, it is once again safe for the white people to come out from behind their locked doors and barred windows to take New York back from the niggers.
As he goes back to the bar.
Right. So there it is, Robin. A lot of hope.
Well,
I wanted to show the hope out there for the new
Daniel
Pataki.
Carver had moved to New York.
No, this is signed Steve, so I don't know who that is. Thank you, Steve, for the...
Well, we haven't called Daniel Carver, as a matter of fact. Does he have a New Year's message?
No, he's got a message that he's had on since before Christmas.
All right, we'll get to that tomorrow.
Slowing down.
Yes, that's not part of today's agenda. We can only take so much of that. Do I have to take a break here, or do you have time to read?
No, I have time.
You know, now I vowed yesterday I'm not going to be making fun of Kathy Lee anymore.
That's right. How you doing?
Well, it's kind of hard because Gary handed me a sort of a concept piece on what her new book is going to be about.
Uh-oh.
And I've really restrained myself from talking about it. I'm really trying to turn over a new leaf with her.
What is her new book going to be about?
You see.
No, just tell me.
Okay.
The subject.
See, it's so open for ridicule. Listen to My Heart. Lessons in Love, Laughter, and Lunacy. Kathy Lee and Cody Gifford, co-authors.
Oh, my.
This is
now at last, here's the book their fans have been awaiting.
Oh, okay.
Written in Kathy Lee and Cody's inimitable voices, Listen to My Heart takes the readers inside the Gifford home to reveal how Kathy Lee cares for, teaches, dotes on, and is on occasion endured by her beloved boy Cody.
Boy, oh boy, is she in love. I mean, she thinks he's her husband.
In charming and touching vignettes, here are their discussions on everything from what causes rain. Kathy Lee's like Mr. Wizard.
She knows that. She's like Mr. Science.
Yeah.
Mr. Wizard.
For example, Kathy Lee says the earth is asking God for just a little bit of water before it goes to sleep. Boy, this kid's going to be religious paranoid. I mean, this kid is...
No explanation at all.
Yeah, I mean...
He's going to know nothing. He's going to be a dope running around.
Imagine him on his first science exam. That's God asking, what the...
His SATs will be in minus numbers.
You know why kids freak out over God? They get scared of this whole concept of God. I mean, it's frightening.
It's like magic.
Yeah. Everything is magic. Unbelievable.
We're not making fun of Kathy Lee, though, are we?
No, I'm not. I'm really not, am I?
No, not yet. But I will
not
say,
yet.
I will say, this is Cody's first book. I don't believe it'll be his last.
Yeah, this is only one of Cody's books. To what makes good manners? Cody asks Mom, do pirates eat their boogers?
See, people think I can't get racy.
We see, yeah, right. Isn't that wild, Regis? Does Cody ask Mommy if pirates eat their boogers? All right.
And
see,
you promise not to bash.
By reading this, am I goofing?
No.
Okay. I'm just reading what it says.
She wrote it.
I heard, is that the one where there's a picture of Frank in a room holding the baby with two nannies standing behind him?
Just the nannies for him or for...
I think one's his nurse and the other one's the baby's nanny.
Delightfully informal, Listen to My Heart provides an honest look at Kathy Lee and Cody, relaxed at home as never before glimpsed.
What are they doing?
Millions have already read about the way she cooks, entertains, and became a star. This Mother's Day, they'll learn the way Kathy Lee loves. I tell you, Gift puts up with all this, so she must be able to sew buttons with her private parts.
You know, I know what... Never mind. I'm not going to do it.
Do it.
No.
And
promise not to.
Kathy Lee will support the book with national TV and print interviews, so she'll probably be coming in during that.
Yeah, because the E-Show's a great place to plug.
Television satellite tour, tie into charity, so she's already got the charity thing tied up.
Got that taken care of.
Sales of the book will go to the Cody Foundation for Cassidy's Place. The Cody Foundation for Cassidy's
Yeah, you know, she built another home and named it after her daughter.
So the
Cody House and Cassidy's Place.
And Jackie's Dump. So I understand the Cody Foundation encompasses the Cassidy Place.
Now, had Cassidy been born first, it would be the Cassidy Foundation and Cody's Place.
I think she's fixated on her son.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like Cody.
Her rabbi's got to be pissed. 10 copy counter display with special riser. Oh, wow. It's a whole big promotion planned around this book. Read the review. Would this be goofing if we... Because I'm not goofing. This is... Who's the reviewer?
Tom Shells.
Tom Shells, the Washington
TV
Post.
Guy.
He reviewed the Kathy Lee Christmas special.
Good, okay.
Hit the highlights.
This is not us bashing. This is his review.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to jump right to the middle. Ghastly, hideous, and downright nightmarish in its desperate cheerfulness, the special gets off to an immediate bad start when the announcer informs us that the guest cast will include a special appearance by Cody, blonde hot son of Kathy Lee, and husband Frank, the personality-less sportscaster. Cody looks about as happy to be on the special as you will if you watch it.
It's pretty good.
And then this is one of my...
Because the kid really looked upset.
He looked miserable, yeah.
This is one of my favorite parts. It says, director Walter C. Miller seems exasperated, and producer Pierre Cossette wouldn't know bad taste if it came down the chimney and ate his cookies.
You know how some parents get exasperated with their kids sometimes, and they just say, you know, I need a breather.
Yeah.
I got to have some timeout time from this kid. It's the opposite in Kathy Lee's house.
Well, let's be honest. She gets plenty of time out from those kids.
Yeah, but I'm saying her kids are just disgusted with her, and they're always, you know, please don't bring mommy home.
And last but not least, it says...
Do the part where... okay, good.
It said, but Kathy Lee is round every corner waiting to pounce. Near the show's end, she drags us into her home, again, where she tells Cody and a gaggle of other kids there's a special treat waiting for them in the next room. Guess what it is? Billy Graham reading the story of the Nativity.
Just what you've always wanted.
Billy Graham reading the story of the Nativity, droning on for like 20 minutes, and these kids look like they're ready to jump out a window.
What is this?
But Tom Shields must have really hated it because there's a picture of Kathy, and the caption says, Kathy Lee Gifford's terrible Christmas special airs tonight.
I wonder if she read that on the show.
Oh, Reach.
Yeah, where they at the beginning of the show where they read the newspaper from the day.
Any little caption or blip about them.
Do you think she can handle a bad review, or can Regis confront her with that? No.
No, absolutely not. Frank and Regis and everyone else protects Kathy Lee from all the bad in the world.
Cool. I need someone to do that for me. All right, listen, I'm not going to get too into it.
Can I just say one more thing? She seems to get immense pleasure from the sound of her own voice, but contagious it's not.
Let's take a break, and when we come back, let's do that food shopping thing, because people will like that. We'll be back right after these words.
23 and 97.1 The Eagle.
You got to go, Robin.
I love those things. You know,
The Howard Stern
I'm always
Show.
there.
Here's Howard.
Before you and I compete for prizes, Robin, let's just hear the Larry King phone call.
Ah, okay, we got that.
Hi, you're on the air.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Very rare that we have a woman calling in with tape.
She didn't make it. She didn't make the call. She just hasn't.
Yeah, she has.
We don't even get women callers to play tape.
A lot of women don't like to tape.
Yeah, they're not into the technology of it all.
That's a manly thing. Taping. Anyway, so you captured the call on tape, huh?
Yeah, we got the whole thing.
All right, can you play it for us?
Sure.
All right.
All right. Let me turn up my TV for you.
Just like you did before.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Are brought to the light by people in our life. Nobody gets to be...
Girls can't
This is
tape.
the end of her talk about mouth.
All right, well, just, set your levels right.
Near
Oprah.
All right.
Hello, Larry. Hi, Oprah.
Hi.
This is a great show, and I've followed you for the past 10 years in this wintry, and I've really enjoyed your show. And the pressing question that's on my mind, I think a lot of the viewers as well, is have you ever considered or thought about the size of Howard Stern's penis?
Sorry, I didn't get the end of it. I didn't hear the end of it.
Yeah, it was one of those crank calls.
Howard Stern calls. What do you make of that craziness?
I don't listen to Howard. I don't know. I couldn't make anything of it if I wanted to.
What do you make of what's going on, though? This whole thing in America. Taste-wise.
I try to concern myself more with what I can do than what other people are doing. That's really how I run my life.
Do you understand why someone would want to have their name mentioned on a show like that? Why would someone want that?
I don't know. I think it's just the way the country is moving. As I said earlier in the show, I think there is no life without a spiritual life. And I think that more and more people are becoming aware of the spiritual dynamics of life. And for me, it's always about, why are you really here? What is your purpose really about? All the stuff that's really going on. What is it
Too much
really
money.
mean? I think that we've all just gotten kind of lost in believing that things of the exterior, all the things that we acquire, mean more than what
you don't have to worry about someone like that guy. Why he would call.
Well, I'm sure he's getting a little thrill of himself right now. And if we could give you that thrill, I'm very happy for you.
And we know one thing. We also know he's alone.
And maybe, maybe he called up all his friends and said, I'm going to call. Yeah.
Well, he's alone by the choice of others.
Larry's really obsessing.
Yeah. Isn't it interesting? He was trying to... Oprah's out there. She wants to talk about positivity.
Yeah, right. And he wants to
concentrate. Larry's trying to drag her down.
Thank you.
You're good?
Thank you very much.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah, that was nice of you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Now, here's the point. I mean, at one point it sounded like he was trying to get into a discussion like why Howard Stern would want his name.
Yeah.
And
Oprah's like, I don't get into other people's, and he's like, but why? Why would somebody want their name mentioned on this show?
But you got to ask Larry, why would someone claim to know Sandy Koufax if they didn't?
Yeah.
That's what Larry's a deeply disturbed guy.
Why would somebody propose to so many women so often?
Yeah, I mean, you want to start getting into who's disturbed here. I think you can make a good argument that he's a lot more disturbed than I am. I might have a big ego and like hearing my name on other shows, but...
Why is every article ever written about him framed and hanging on his wall?
Why does he paint his head before every show?
Why would you get married if you did it wrong 6 times?
Yeah, he's much wacky. I mean, why would you propose to endless women? Why would you come on to journalists while they're interviewing you? I mean, you know.
Why do you have to have a special table at the restaurant?
Yeah, where you can be seen by everyone at Duke Z-Bart's. I mean, what is that guy? Is he for real? Why is that? Why is that?
You gotta wonder why. Well, we know he's alone.
And Oprah's into a whole weird trip. Like, this is the woman who, you know, exploited everyone and everything in the world, and now all of a sudden woke up this year and said, you know what, I've got so much frigging money, I don't even care anymore. Now I'm going to be positive. No, but when you didn't have any money, you were willing to do just about anything on TV to get there. So now she woke up and there's $500 million in the bank under her name, and she's like, well, okay, I'm going to be positive. Yeah, I want to look for the good.
I don't need to be bad anymore.
I mean, I don't need to drag stupid, poor people on the show, pay them nothing, and get them to admit every problem in the world and expose themselves all over the country to everyone and everything when they don't realize the ramifications of that. I mean, I don't have to do that anymore?
Buy their life story.
Yeah, and buy their life story. I wonder if Larry hit on Oprah. I don't think that's his type.
I think that he probably was afraid of her.
Yeah, I don't think he really... She might be too powerful. She might need to dominate the situation.
She's no Angie Dickinson.
Yeah. I think he's more suited to, like, Elvira or something, you know.
Yeah, or...
what's her name? The one on USA Network.
That's exactly who I'm thinking of. Rhonda Shearer.
Rhonda Shearer, I meant. More suited to that. Rhonda Shearer.
That's his kind of television woman.
Yeah.
Not an Oprah.
Yeah. Wait for her. She might go for it. Oh, that's wacky. No, Larry, I concentrate on positivity.
But it was so funny to me because he wanted so badly to get her into Howard bashing.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't go.
She seems so primed for it. But
yeah. Well, quite frankly, she works in Chicago. She doesn't get to hear us.
She's got to hear.
Someone's got to hear of us.
Didn't you do a chapter in your book on
that?
Yeah. She knows.
Yeah. Well, the thing I wrote about in the book was how funny it was that, you know, that everyone in her family got her. I mean, there was no end to the abuse. And I mean, I've seen Oprah. I mean, she's not exactly a charmer.
Yeah, I'm sure she read that was cracking up.
You know, I could see like maybe one uncle.
You never know where she was. Maybe in her community.
In her prime. Yeah, in her community, she was
you know.
She was the fox.
The Dairy Queen.
She was beauty queen. Oh, man. But it was like there was one big daisy train going on at family reunions. You know? Pulling that train along.
I guess the cousins sort of passed the word.
Hey, Oprah's good. I think Oprah's got a face like a baseball glove, and attention would be welcomed by anyone, quite frankly. So what if it's an uncle?
No.
Okay.
She was a child, she said.
So she says.
I don't know.
She was a child with a woman's body.
And a woman's desires.
All right, so here's the premise from yesterday that we got into. Robin, and probably rightly so, accused me of being completely out of touch with the most basic parts of our life.
That's right.
Which means...
I don't believe that you at any more do any normal thing.
Right. Well, I haven't been in a supermarket.
You don't go to the bank.
Right. I haven't been in a bank in a long time.
You don't carry a wallet, do you?
I do. I carry a wallet.
What's in it?
No, he does, and it's a normal wallet.
It's a wallet, but
But do you have anything in it?
Yes.
Like, what do you mean?
Is there a credit card in it?
Yeah, I have a credit card in it.
A bank card?
No bank card.
A license?
A gas credit
No, I'll show you what I have. Start rolling the cameras because here's your TV show. Okay, it's what I have is well, I can't show you this.
What's that?
It's a picture of Amy Lynn. I know that's kind of weird, but
you really have a picture of Amy Lynn?
Yeah, I carry a picture of her in my wallet.
You're kidding.
Well, sometimes like I have meetings and stuff. Guys want to see pictures of my wife, so I use that.
You do not.
Yeah, big deal. Is that wrong? It's a mobile credit card.
Okay, so you do have a gas card.
My Automobile Club of New York.
Very good, even though he doesn't drive.
My AT&T PIN number.
Okay.
Right. So if I'm in a hotel, I can make phone calls.
Yeah.
Do you know how to use that?
It's written on the back.
Yeah, I mean, how stupid. Citibank card?
Oh, you do have a bank card.
Yeah, I've got a couple.
You don't
No. Citibank Visa.
It's a Visa card.
Yeah,
right.
Visa. Sorry,
okay.
Yeah, right. And here's some limo cards, like, you know, calling.
Guys who drive?
Well, no, Ronnie and Jack, you know.
So you have their numbers?
Yeah.
And that's it? No children's pictures?
License. No, I don't have children's. I'm not into that. I think that every guy who like Gary showed me pictures of baby Jackson yesterday again, new pictures.
Oh, really?
And his baby looks no different than any baby I had.
You're absolutely right.
And it's just the same stupid picture with a guy laying there with his baby.
Do you think if you lost your baby and it got, shoved in with a bunch of other babies, you'd be able to tell it?
And then pictures of Gary's wife after, after giving birth, holding a baby, and those are not the most attractive pictures of a woman. I don't know why guys show that around. Your wife doesn't look her best after a baby. No offense. I don't want to see that. Show me her naked when you first married her.
Looks like Gary's been brutalizing her.
Yeah, right. Looks like, you know what? Looks like she married Gary, and then somehow Satan got inside of her.
I beat her.
All right. She's sitting there with no makeup. She's just given birth. Her hair's all scrunched up. There's no makeup on there. She's obviously gotten a little bigger from the. I don't want to see it. Just pooped out one of the Delabate cannonballs.
That does something to you.
Yeah, here's an American Express. See, I got stuff.
Oh, okay, I'm very impressed.
Yeah, sure.
Because I know every time you need to write a check, somebody has to put little checks in your thing.
Yeah, well, I don't write checks.
All right.
Because my wife handles it. My wife's in charge of the money.
Yeah, but you don't have your own checkbook.
No. My wife.
So you walk around with loose checks when you need one.
Yeah, and I got a bunch of cash piled up in my briefcase, and I carry it around. And my wife goes and gets.
So a lot of cash you carry around, or just
no? I just have like a couple $100.
Well, that's a lot of cash.
Yeah, well, I see guys walk like Neil Drake walks around with $3,000.
But that's all he has.
Yeah, that's his whole bank account. And everyone thinks, wow, this guy's loaded. So anyway, Robin said, hey, you're pretty out of touch. I bet you couldn't tell me the price of ordinary supermarket items.
Right.
So I said, of course.
Do you know what gas costs at the pump?
Yeah, that's
sure.
a good one.
All right, well, okay. Do you know?
I'm thinking.
No, I filled up the other day, but I'm trying to think if I even paid attention. Now, hold on.
Oh, you
I'm going to guess.
So
man. Let me guess. Hold on.
I got a question for you.
Let's start with this.
Since you don't even know.
Well, Robin, you write down your answer, and then I write down mine.
But Howard, since you don't know the answer,
right?
Then you tell me that you don't even shop. Like, in other words, you just go to the same place.
That's right.
So it doesn't matter what they're charging.
That's right.
That's amazing.
I never fill up myself. I always have a guy do it.
Right. Well, that's pretty bad.
I just don't want to. I'm not even sure I know where the gas tank is.
But you did it one time in your life. You just don't do it anymore, or you never have done self-service.
I've done self-service once or twice, but not
with good results.
Even when I made $96 a week, I don't think I did.
Another question: how much does it cost to take the bus or the subway?
Oh, that I know. Subway is $1.50.
And how much is the bus?
Both the same.
Oh, you shouldn't have told me. I would have guessed 75 cents.
And it's wrong. It's not $1.50.
It's $1.25. Right?
$1.25.
Okay.
Do you know how much it is when you first get into a cab and they turn on that meter? How much is it on the meter?
See, I don't take cabs, so I'm going to guess. Do you know the answer?
Yes, I know.
All right. Let me think. I'm going to guess 75 cents.
$1.50.
So out of touch.
All right, wait a second. Wait. All right, but I don't take cabs.
Yeah, what's the toll at when you go over any of the major bridges, East River crossings in Manhattan?
Yeah, like the Triborough Bridge.
$1.50.
$3.
$3.
Oh, yeah.
$3. I know that. $3.
You know what the discount is?
I drive there.
Do you know what the discount is if you buy a roll of 10?
Well, hold on.
I know what a roll of 10 is.
I think you get one free. So it would be $3.
What would the roll of 10 cost?
Oh, then this is math. This is getting into math.
No.
All right. Well, if it's $3, if it's $3 for a roll of 10, I would assume it's $30. I mean, it would be $30, and they'd throw in an extra token.
No,
it's 25.
It's 25.
Okay, so there's your discount.
And actually, when you get them, instead of giving you a roll of 10, they give you a roll of 9.
All right, so I'm not doing so bad now.
How many have you gotten right? None.
Well, I've been in the right area.
Been in a factor.
Well, let's play supermarkets.
I realize now
the gallon of gas, how much?
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Well, you got to write it down.
I wrote it down.
Oh, well, I'm still thinking. How much time do you get?
5 seconds.
All right, let me think. All right, shut up with that 5 seconds. Give me your time. All right, I'm going to guess. This.
Yeah, right.
I use unleaded, so.
Well, I'm talking premium.
Yeah, okay. I think I'm right here. I'm going to guess. Oh, geez. I'm going to change my guess. I'm getting real nervous. So I'm going to guess. All right, I'm going to keep my guess. Okay. Here's my answer. Hold up your piece of paper.
Wait a minute, I didn't write it big. I'll write it big.
Oh, all right. See. I don't want any scamming going on. Like, oh, I knew that. What does that
There's
say?
my answer.
I said $1.39.
I say $1.58.
They're both good. They're both. It depends on where you go. But on Long Island, Robbins is a Manhattan price, and yours is Long Island.
Yeah, right.
That's absolutely good.
Yeah, see, all right, so there you go.
Now, if you were
because my contention is Robbins is as out of touch as I am.
I think I am.
Right. Okay. So let's.
I didn't know what it cost to get on the subway.
You didn't. Well, thank God. Listen, we took this. We paid our dues. We took the subway every damn day.
But I realize your bus answer. You know, that bus answer was correct in, like, 1979.
All right, well, that's when I took a bus. Yeah, all right, come on, let's play the game.
You ready?
Yeah, okay.
All
Now,
right.
what is our first item up for grabs?
1 head of iceberg lettuce.
Okay.
All right.
All right, 1
You
head.
want the per pound price or the total?
Well, there you go already. You don't pay per pound.
No, you don't. No, you pay for a head. I even knew that. All right, let me think. Oh, I did too.
You're in touch.
I'm gonna guess.
Okay, Manhattan prices. We got these at a D'Agostino's around the corner.
I know what I've paid for a head of lettuce in the past. So here's my. You ready? Hold up your answer, please.
Well, I don't have big pieces of paper.
I just
Let me just say it.
Go ahead.
$1.59.
I have $1.
Jack, do we want to tell you now?
So just no, tell us now.
Okay, the answer to that is I got it right here. The iceberg lettuce is $1.99.
Wow.
Well, you're closer than I am.
Yeah.
So you win that one.
That's right. That's
All right.
mine.
Okay. Robin wins that.
One for me.
Now, if you go over the price,
you lose.
You lose. All right, one for Robin.
You ready? 1 box of Ronzoni spaghetti.
Oh.
Plain spaghetti.
Ronzoni thin spaghetti, number 9.
Just that, average spaghetti.
All right, I'm going to guess, let's see, geez, I hope I'm right. I would imagine it's...
What?
All right, what did you guess?
$1.29.
I have $1.15.
Howard hit it right on the head.
Ooh.
Wow. I just deserve 2 points for that.
No, you don't.
How is that? Yeah, here it is, $1.15. What do you mean cheat?
No, it's very
Here
good.
it is. Okay, you fat bastard.
Next item.
Yeah, go ahead.
1 box of 10-ounce Cheerios.
Okay.
Box of Cheerios.
Well, that's a hard one. That I got no idea on that.
I'm going to say...
I haven't...
I think cereal.
I'm going to say...
Expensive.
Yeah, I wonder. All right.
Shop all the time. I went to go.
Just so you know, well, I'll tell you after you.
Box of Cheerios. All right, what did you guess?
$2.79.
I have $3.49.
It's $3.25.
So I'm actually over.
Had this been a sugar cereal, like Sugar Frosted Flakes or something like that, it's a lot more expensive.
Hey, see, I'm pretty close, actually.
What did you have?
I had $3.49.
And it was
$3.25, but I went over.
Yeah,
Does
so
that
I
matter?
Get that one.
You
yeah.
do?
We're playing Price is Right rules.
But you were way off.
But it's a Price is Right
So then why
rule.
don't I just guess $1 each time?
No.
I think it should be whoever comes closest.
No.
Come on, right?
No,
it really should be.
Comes closest.
It really
You're
should
awful.
be. No,
See,
I
now
realize.
You're changing the rules. We had just said.
Yeah,
if
but you
go
know
over,
that's
you
wrong.
lose.
I was off by 12 cents.
That's the Price is Right if you're over by $1.
No, I'm counting that as mine.
I'm
just
taking
saying
it 2 then.
1 loaf of Wonder Bread, white bread.
1 loaf of... Oh, that's a tough one. That's a big loaf, too.
This is an average. Well, this is a family size loaf.
$1.49.
Well, wait, don't say it out loud till I write mine down.
Oh.
You influenced me now.
This is the giant loaf.
See, now I can't think of anything but what Robin said. I'm going to say... I'm going to say $1.79. I can't imagine it's $1.49.
Howard, once again, hit it right on the head.
Wow.
$1.79.
This is ridiculous. You've been cheating. Is that bread marked?
No. In fact, Robin, I'll show you right here. This is where I blacked out the price.
I swear I don't know. I did not know.
How could you do this?
I don't.
You don't shop. You don't even go near a store.
I know. This is my advantage. I know things. I don't need to go into a supermarket.
I bought 1, not 2.
This is almost
All
3.
right,
I missed the other one by 12 cents.
Now I'm really
1 dozen grade A large white eggs.
Oh, I buy eggs. I should know this.
I eat eggs. I eat the egg whites, Robin. By the way, I just want to go on record as saying that.
Very good.
All right, don't say your price. Boy, eggs, you got to be expensive. They come out of chickens, but
somebody's got to pick them up.
I'm going to say I'm probably way off on this. All right, what do you have?
I'm so weird. I'm afraid of this one. You tell your price first.
No, that can't be unless you write it down.
It's written down. It's right there.
What does it say? You shouldn't be afraid to say it.
I want to hear what you have to say.
Just say it. Just say it.
2 out of touch people. Boy.
Come on, go ahead.
$1.
I have $2.75.
They're $1.39.
Well, you win that one. Boy, that's cheap. I'm going to go out and buy some eggs. I had no idea.
Now we'll do some. You have to clean up around the house. This is just Tide, 50 ounces.
Okay.
You know, cleaning for your washing machine.
I wouldn't know what that is.
All right, I'm
Tide,
gonna say
50 ounces of Tide.
Tide detergent.
Mm-hmm. I hope there's not a lot more. I was doing so good.
There'll be 3 more after.
All right.
Go ahead.
Now, what do you do with that stuff?
You put it in the
This is
washing
detergent.
machine. Laundry detergent.
You don't even know what it is.
I don't even know where the washing machine is. All right, let me think. Well, why should I know that stuff? I got a wife. I'm going to say, let me think about that. Boy, I bet you they rip you off on that one. I'm going to say, oh, Jesus, how much would that be? I'm going to say.
What are you saying?
All right, go ahead. What do you got?
$4.39.
I have $2.35.
It's $3.99.
So who's closer? You are.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh, I get that one.
But you went
But you did go over, but I don't care. Go ahead.
That's
You were
all right.
close.
Here's a tough one. Here's a tough one.
Yeah.
And that was Tide.
Box of Oreos.
Oh, box of Oreos.
Not a box. It's a package of
the
Oreos.
The whole large brown
package of Oreos.
I
Yeah.
can't believe you didn't eat them yet.
Oh, those look good.
He brought them for later.
That's got to be.
Now, if that was the case, it would have been Fudge Town.
What do you have?
I think I'm going to say $2.39.
I have $3.25.
It's $3.59. They've really gone up in price.
I'm very
really
close
got
there.
that one, yeah.
All right, go ahead. See, I'm not that out of touch.
Oh, you don't know you're guessing.
Well, so what?
Here's a Swanson Hungry Man. You're just an average a TV dinner.
I wouldn't know what a TV dinner costs.
I wouldn't either. I'm going to say...
That's the Cadillac of TV dinners, though.
Is it?
Yeah.
See,
Way to go, Jackie.
He knows.
Well, there's the regular TV dinner and there's the Hungry Man.
That helps none at all.
I'm going to guess...
One has bigger portions.
See, mostly white trash buys that. And they're not going to spend a lot of money for anything. So I'm going to say...
whole meal should be about what?
Yeah, I'm going to guess kind of low on this, Robin.
Right.
What do you have?
I have $3.
I have $1.19.
It's $3.89.
Wow, okay. I was just trying to go from a marketing angle. So we're tied at 4 apiece.
Right.
This would be the deciding item.
Okay, is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Okay, I'll give you your choice what you'd rather be the deciding item. Would you rather it be a box of hefty trash bags?
I've seen those in my house.
Or a box of Bounce?
I've seen that in my house.
Ooh, I don't know what either one of them are.
Let's go with the box of Bounce.
All right.
I really have no idea what either one is. I'm going to say... what is Bounce? Isn't that something you stick in the...
clinger.
Right,
it's a little
static
dryer
free.
sheet.
You throw it in the dryer. You tear off one sheet.
And you don't get static cling.
Who
cares if you have
And
it?
it also softens your fabrics.
All right.
Your
Exactly.
Fabric. All right, I'm going to say that's... All right, what do you have, Rob?
I'm not on a limb.
It's a totally
here.
worthless product.
Ooh, $1.79.
I got $1.19.
It's $2.99.
That's yours.
Closer.
Yeah, you win.
I win.
But not by much. Not by much. So we didn't embarrass ourselves.
Not too bad.
You guys were way off on the TV dinners, but other than that, it was pretty normal.
Well, that was pretty cool. Well,
wow. Boy, what pressure.
See, now I don't have to go to supermarkets.
Not for another 10 years.
Yeah, but I think this was a test of whether or not I'm still in touch with any kind of reality, and I believe I am.
Let me think of another way of testing you. Average car price.
Oh, come on. Haven't I done 20 grand?
Yeah, is that average?
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
I'd say between 15 and 20.
Yeah,
20 the higher end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's outrageous, isn't it? That still seems
horrible.
expensive.
Yeah, that's expensive.
That's
like buying a house.
That's just for the car. If you start getting into those four-wheel vehicles, you're up to between 25 and 30.
Really?
Yeah. That's absurd. All right, anyway. That's supermarket.
Sweet.
Good, I shut everyone up. I don't see anybody.
How much does People magazine cost?
I'd say $1.25.
No, it's more than that.
Is it?
Yeah.
$1.50?
Like $2.39.
Yes,
Oh, please.
You know how much Mad
How
Magazine
much?
is now?
Yeah, I do. $1.50.
Yep.
How much is an Inquirer?
$1.
Oh, over.
It is?
Yeah.
A buck and a quarter?
$1.29, something like that. $1.49.
All right, that was pretty close.
In there.
That's worth it.
They used to be 25 cents.
I know.
Did you see the picture?
Well, but those were the days when Martians were landing, and a lot of guys were getting sex change operations.
Yeah, but once they got popular, boy, did those prices shoot up.
Did you see the picture on? I think it was.
But you get a good solid week's worth of news.
It was either the Inquirer or the Star, but there was a picture on the cover, and I said, "How come this hasn't been more publicized?" It was a picture of Nicole Simpson. You know, she was beaten.
Yeah, that was the Inquirer.
And then I looked at the cover and I go, "How could no one have shown this picture?" And then it said, "Artist rendering by someone's description."
Right.
They did it by computer.
Yeah, Robin was talking about that yesterday.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
It was a ghastly picture. I mean, you would get sick.
Computer rendering.
Right. You would get sick when you walk by the newsstand, and then you realize it's a computer drawing.
Right. Totally frightening. All right, let's take a break. Oh, good. Am I glad I did good on that? I'm glad you didn't.
Still out of touch.
You're right, but we're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. 97.1 The Eagle.
847. It's 8:52 at 97.1 The Eagle.
Call Howard on the Eagle's toll-free line, 1-800-54-STERN. Back with the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
Who's this? Is that John? Yeah. It actually sounds very professional, Stuttering John's record. It sounds like he can play guitar. I was watching MTV last night. Van Halen had a new video. And they're still one of the old groups that's allowed on MTV. You know,
they haven't lost that privilege yet.
Yeah, like Prince lost that privilege. And, I mean, the artist formerly known as Prince.
Right. There is no Prince.
Yeah, there is no Prince as we know him. He became a douche overnight. And
I understand Letterman was really pissed at him the other day.
Why?
Prince, the artist formerly known as Prince, snubbed him. He was on the show.
Yeah.
And Letterman tried to go see him before the show started, and he had all of his people surrounding him and was not approachable. And then he sent a message that he would speak to Prince shortly after the show, because Prince doesn't do an interview, he just comes out and plays.
Right.
And he said, I'll speak to you after the show then, and Prince left immediately after performing. So.
And Letterman was pissed?
According to some of the tabloids.
No, please. And then
Letterman
I should be pissed at Letterman.
Never, ever have Prince on again.
Really? Before the show and after the show, Letterman doesn't talk to me?
Yeah, he runs.
Yeah, as a matter of fact. You hear what they call him now? The artist people formerly cared about.
I love it.
Isn't that great? Did you read that?
I hadn't heard that yet, but that's a good one.
Yeah. Well, I didn't read that either, because that's an original. Yeah, Letterman.
He is also because I went to see him the last time he was playing New York.
Yeah.
And he was also the artist who formerly knew what people wanted to listen to.
Yeah, I know. He's kind of lost it.
Yeah.
The artist who formerly knew what people wanted to listen to. Where's it? Here's this Inquirer article. Why David Letterman hates his show. You know, David Letterman has this weird thing, this vibe that, like, every interview is about how much he hates himself. And
he's tortured.
He's tortured by the show. And I say he's got enough money now. He could not be tortured anymore.
Yeah, I imagine he'll be quitting soon then.
Insiders tell Star Magazine that Dave is a tense perfectionist who can't stand watching anything he does on the show. Many are the nights you can hear him ranting and raving and throwing things around his office as he cringes at everything he could have said or done better. Now, I've read this in other places.
Yeah, it's traveling around. This is the David Letterman article.
The minute the cameras stop rolling, he locks himself into his office so he can watch a videotape, says an insider. He usually doesn't like what he sees. In fact, he usually is so mortified by what he sees that he never watches the show when it airs at 11:30. He can't bear the thought of seeing himself at the same time America is tuning in. Come on. To create Late Show's wildly popular top 10 list, for example, Dave demands a dozen subject possibilities by 2:30 each day. Boy, I'm entirely too easy on Fred and Jackie.
Jackie comes in and he says, "We're not doing anything on
Throw that article away.
Yeah, and then it goes, and then like I'll say to the guys, well, you know, maybe I'll leave and you guys stay here and write.
Oh, Fred, you got anything?
At least I'm there, Sammy.
Yeah, that's exactly our meeting every day.
At least I
You guys
show up
got
to the
anything?
meeting.
You got to admit, you know, Jackie is.
Wait,
I know you have your. Excuse me. I know how you complain about this job sometimes and all that kind of thing, but you got to admit, I'm a pretty good guy. I don't, you know, I come in, I'm prepared.
I'm saying that.
Well, that's right. I prepare on my own. I'm not like Letterman and go, okay, you guys, give me 12 ideas by 2:30.
That's right. In fact, maybe we ought to start doing that.
Yeah.
Why have they been getting this
Maybe
free
you ought
ride?
to start shutting up.
Finally, he has an idea.
It used to drive us crazy when we had the Channel 9 show, and me, Jackie, and Fred would be here till like 5 o'clock writing all week, and then Robin would go home. And it would be like, well, what do you mean you're going home?
What are you doing this week?
Yeah. And then you'd come in on Friday, you know, when we had the big show,
Yes.
you were like, what is going on? I was like, I don't know what's going on either.
I used to have to put the whole show together.
Oh, yeah.
I'll come through that class.
Because they couldn't do it by themselves.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Listen to this, though. Listen to this.
Lazy bitch comes to mind.
Yeah, easy,
I
easy.
can't say what Jackie thinks of Robin.
Right. Yeah, he's Newt Gingrich's mother. All right, listen to this. The staff writers, what is it?
I was just going to say, it would be way worse than that, because I would be where Jackie and Fred were. Not only would Robin come in the next day, but then she would say things that they wrote. She'd, oh, don't do it like that, and make everybody change everything. And Jackie would go, oh, kill her!
We're here till 5 o'clock.
I had to rearrange everything.
Thank God for you. Listen to this. The staff writers then have about an hour to come up with at least 150 choices for the list. You know, it's amazing. On my movie, I can't get like 20 writers. I mean,
right.
Why? For Dave's top 10 list, and I've seen that top 10 list, it's not all that funny.
It takes a minute,
yeah.
and it's not all that funny most of the time.
Is it worth that much aggravation?
I'd love to see what they throw away.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think they throw anything away.
I hope they don't, because I've seen the list.
Letterman's desire for control extends to the temperature inside Manhattan's Ed Sullivan Theater, where the show is taped. He keeps it at a chilly 58 degrees to keep the audience alert. Yeah, I've told you all that.
Yeah.
He insists on sitting 2 inches higher than his guests because it makes him feel more in control.
Crazy.
You know, there are times, though, I do feel like I'm sunk into that
And
chair.
you're tall. You
Yeah.
usually sit above other people.
But I sort of like the fact that he looks taller than me because I'm sick of looking so damn tall. I don't hate that. What the audience doesn't know is that Dave is as nervous as his guests are. He once shoved a note at guest Terry Gard during a commercial break. She was shocked to see that it said, I hate myself.
That now famous note.
Please. That's just a way of picking up girls. I know that. To be the tortured artist.
Right.
I hate everything about myself.
Yeah, maybe you can help me.
Yeah, maybe you can help me. Maybe you can help me see the beauty in my life.
Oh, no, you're wonderful.
Right, yeah.
Like
yeah.
telling the girl you're
I
gay.
hate myself. He admits he tried psychotherapy once or twice to deal with his anxieties, but quit because he couldn't bring himself to be candid with the analyst. I know I couldn't either, so.
I'd like to be your analyst. You can tell me anything.
I still have the number of the analyst. Remember, I got the name?
I know, yes.
And I just put it into my computer, and I said, one day I'm going to call this guy.
You keep looking at it, don't you?
I really want to go.
Well, I'll sit on my couch, talk to me.
Yeah.
You'll be loony as a tune.
All right. When you're done with me.
You'll be as good as that.
Yeah. Jackie, you be quiet, because I know if you work for Letterman to be, hey, let's make it the top 4 list. Maybe it'll be better. You know what I mean?
Do we have to come up with all 10 today?
Just use the cream.
Lori Diamond works for him for over 12 years. She says Dave often plays tricks on her, like the time he sneaked a breath mint into her grilled cheese sandwich when she momentarily left her desk.
How's she work in that kind of atmosphere?
Gee, that's wacky. But there was this whole Esquire article about how Dave is so super tortured. I wish I had it here. I probably threw it out. I got tired of carrying it around in my briefcase. And he can't stand to watch the show. You got that article? All right. What a producer.
Very good, Baba.
Look at Baba. Baba Bohai.
Does his baby call him Baba?
I can't have Gary over my house.
Why?
Because some guy sent me a computer disc of Gary morphing into a monkey.
Oh.
And my daughter loves it. Whenever she sees Gary, I showed it to Jackie. My daughter yells, monkey, monkey.
Oh, no.
Well,
Ashley?
Ashley yells, monkey, monkey, when she sees Gary's face.
Oh,
one of the wrongest things.
I know.
I've already seen
And I
it.
said, if Gary comes over, Ashley's going to be calling you monkey.
Do you think that's yeah, but what, is it a photo or a cartoon?
It's a photo, and then it morphs into
So
an
it's
ape.
a real picture of Gary.
With that knowledge.
And she sits there and she goes, monkey, teeth, monkey, teeth.
And I was thinking about stopping by over the vacation with my child.
Oh.
Imagine.
Well, you'll
That's an embarrassment.
Don't be upset when you don't, when she starts saying monkey and teeth.
Well, she'll be happy to see me.
Yeah. So she knows you.
Oh, yeah.
Monkey.
She'll expect his face.
Because she comes down to my office screaming, monkey, monkey, teeth, teeth. And that means I have to put on Gary's picture. And I put it on the computer, and she sits there and stares at it, and she goes, monkey, monkey, teeth, teeth.
Yeah, that could be one of those embarrassing moments.
Does she say mommy or daddy?
And she says, more monkey, more monkey.
Oh, monkey.
Monkey. So I know when she sees you, she's going to say monkey.
It'll be exciting. We'll have
Yeah.
to bring a camera.
I wonder if she'll realize that you're the monkey on the computer.
I'm sure you'll tell her within 10 seconds.
No, I won't.
Ashley, look, monkey's here.
Hey, look, it's Mama Monkey.
Monkey.
Bob Morton, the show producer, Morty, says, when Dave does the show, he assumes a different personality for that hour. But afterward, he's right back again. Afterward, he repairs to his 12th floor office where he studies the show tape and systematically divests himself of whatever hubris that got him through the last hour.
Morty said hubris?
Yeah. If a show sucks, it's me, he has long said. You know, Dave.
Yeah.
Of course, Morty would never take blame.
No, he could care.
Yeah. If a show sucks, it's me. He's fully sure that he has never given a performance that didn't at least partially suck. He told me I could never walk out there thinking, oh, my God, we're a hit. Everyone loves us. I've never experienced... Nevertheless, he is a hit, and everyone loves him. From his Emmy acceptance speech upon receiving blah, 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 blah. You know, everyone loves him, but Dave feels it's a huge mistake.
He can't feel it.
Do you think that he really believes that, or do you think that that's sort of almost an attention-getting thing? Like, I suck.
No, I think he really believes it on some level that like, you know, it's not that he thinks he sucks. Believe me, nobody thinks they suck.
They don't go on television if they do.
He's almost superstitious at this point and saying, you know, oh, I better be humble. I better say I suck. And I better not think I'm too good, or else this will all disappear. That's all that's going on. He thinks he's hell on wheels. What he needs is to go up against me and me to knock him down to a 1, and then he'll really know he sucks. You know, that's what he needs. If he really wants to suck, go on against somebody good, not Jay Leno.
Then he'll be throwing stuff.
Yeah, right. It's like Tom Snyder. Did you see the commercials for Tom Snyder's new show? You know, it's Tom. It's new. It's fresh. It's Tom. You know, he's back. And, you know, it's like, yeah, put him on against someone besides Conan. And watch Tom disappear within 6 weeks. Give me a break. Tom. Letterman. Okay, Letterman maintains a downtown Manhattan loft in Tribeca, but never uses it. Although his longtime girlfriend, Regina Lasco, spends most of her week there. The road, he feels, is his salvation, pending speed traps. In other words, he needs to be out on the open road.
Yes, let the wind fly through his hair.
Before leaving the office each night, after having chastised himself for gaffes imperceptible to us mortals,
right,
he will likely apologize to any staff members he encounters on the way out. Good night, Dave, they will say. I'll be better tomorrow.
Oh,
he will reply.
That's going a little too far.
Lori Diamond, his trusted assistant, that's the one who calls my house when Dave wants to speak to me. Diamond, they call her. Because I go, hi, Dave. Oh, this is Diamond. No, they told me Letterman was on the phone. Well, he was, but...
but not Diamond.
Yeah, Diamond. It's the battle of the assistants. Dave can't be on the phone when I pick up. It's got to be Diamond. I get Diamond on the phone. And I'm supposed to know who Diamond is. I guess I'm supposed to know that. I guess that's someone famous.
Well, I guess they think everybody knows them now.
She goes, this is Diamond.
I'm like, what club are you working at this week?
I said, well, I know Sapphire. I was like, Diamond, Lou Diamond Phillips? No, this is Diamond.
That sounds like one of those stripper names to me.
Yeah. Says Diamond, whose outer wall is permitted just one photo of her boss, only because he's disguised as Santa Claus. He still has that thing. If this all tanks, if they get sick of me, I don't want to have to pack up anything. I'm just going to put my wallet in my back pocket and walk. So he doesn't even want the receptionist having a...
She could pack for him,
right.
I'm sure.
He could leave and she could pack on her own.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just a minute, 14 million.
Him and his 14 million, right.
He's still counting his money.
Yeah, Jackie's over, yeah, 14 million.
I can figure out how to be happy on that kind of money.
Yeah.
Not you, huh?
And then he's got some hard-on for Johnny Carson.
Ooh. Did he say something about that in there?
Yeah. He evidently, grew up and studied Carson and wanted to be Johnny Carson. I used to look at Johnny and go, God, is he an a-hole?
Arsenio wanted to be Carson, too.
Yeah.
What happened to him?
Everyone wants to be Carson. Why would you want to be
Carson
that?
didn't even want to be Carson.
Yeah. Carson. Carson was a lousy interviewer. He was a bore. He did the same thing every night, never changed. And the only reason he did good because his competition was Dick Cavett and Merv Griffin.
Well, there was Joey Bishop.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. There's 3 people America wants to adopt and bring into their homes. Come on. Give me a break.
You know what we all have to do? We all have to get together one day and go to see Jerry Lewis on Broadway.
Yeah, let's do that today.
And I want... Well, he's not working today.
I can't do it today, yeah.
But he's not working today either. But we want prominent seats right up front.
Yeah, Hell's a Poppin' or something.
No, he's in Damn Yankees, and he plays the devil.
Oh, the Ray Walston part.
Right.
Yeah.
So I got to see Jerry doing the devil.
Jerry, the serious actor.
Yes.
Oh, could you imagine if he saw you out there?
I want to stop the show. I bet you'll stop the show and start yelling at me.
I don't want that beer stuff.
You know, I don't believe in blue humor and mean-spiritedness.
Oh, we got to do
I want him out of here.
That's what I want.
I want to watch him yell, like break character and start yelling at the audience. Because he'd do that.
Oh, that'd be great.
Jerry Lewis.
Yeah, giving you a big lecture.
And you know what I would do? I'd stand up and start yelling back at him. That's what I would do. I go, Jerry, go lock yourself in a bathroom.
Don't let him put you in your place.
Yeah, right.
Talk back.
Yeah. I'm not gonna let him turn me into some pussy just because it's his venue.
Can you imagine? Oh, to be backstage.
Get into a screaming match.
To see Jerry rehearse.
Yeah.
Must be fun.
Jerry. Backstage Jerry, all the sycophants that he probably has around him,
Yeah, those little old guys.
Yeah, old lawyers or something.
Who are Jerry's buddies.
Yeah. All the comedians have guys who hang around with them.
His cronies.
Yeah. Here's what Jackie Mason at that Pataki thing. He had a couple of old guys hanging around with him.
They all
lawyers or something. They love him.
It's like their own cheering section.
Yeah, I'll go with you to that.
I love that.
That'll be funny.
Go to a matinee sometime.
Yeah. Next Wednesday we'll go.
Well, I forget what date they're actually starting previews, but right now Jerry's rehearsing. He's been rehearsing.
We should give away tickets on the air and have our whole audience go with us.
Group. Oh, that's a great idea.
Go there and taunt Jerry. Tease him. Hey, Jerry, that's not professional. This is theater. You're not supposed to yell, huh? Didn't your parents teach you?
Every performance he's going to be looking out there wondering if this is the one.
Yeah, right. Could all wear Dean Martin masks.
Oh.
The end of February.
Get a Dean flashback.
It's the end of February?
Hey, Jerry.
Jerry performances.
Let's be at the very first one.
Yeah. Genius. Opening night.
Oh, Dean.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'd go to that.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. Let's return to The Howard Stern Show.
Don't forget tonight on the E! Show, it's Stuttering Nina, the hot dog girl. The one who I started photographing for Playboy magazine while in the studio. Remember we had her once, we had her propped up on a chair, bent over.
You had her leaning against the wall there?
Yeah, I did a professional photo shoot with her.
Well, I wouldn't call it professional.
Yeah, that's going to be on the E! Show tonight. And then she started, we put her in different outfits, different lingerie outfits. Took pictures of her, and then she got into a fight over breast implants with another hot dog girl.
Yeah, she claimed that she was all natural.
Yeah, that's a good show tonight. It's something different. I think that one airs, I know that it's now, the time is 11 to 11:30 and 11:30 to 12, so I think that one airs. I don't know when that one airs. Somewhere in that hour.
Yeah, how does that go? They can't rotate so closely.
But I think the new one goes at 11:30, I think. And then the one from the previous night goes at 11, but...
Really?
I don't know. I don't know what happens. I don't care what happens.
They wait until everybody has figured it out, and then they change it.
Right. Who knows what they do? Scott Einziger.
Scott of the E! Show.
Yeah. Scott, I know everything. Don't worry about it. All right, anyway, that's tonight. At some point between 11 and 12, I guess.
Yeah, you can see Nina the stutterer, is that it?
Nina. All right. Want to do news? Or you want me to read?
Sure.
Or you want me to read your letter from a mental patient?
Uh-oh.
This is so funny. I'll wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, because
yeah, it's getting late. Yeah, let's start the news.
We're already going to shoot past 10.
No, we're not.
How do you figure?
I have a new theory.
You're going to keep your mouth shut during the news?
You just start. No, I think that's pretty much impossible. But go ahead. I'll read you this tomorrow. You're going to love this.
All right. Something to look forward to tomorrow.
That's all.
Come back. Well, the revolution is underway. Newt Gingrich was elected to the post of Speaker of the House yesterday when the Congress was gavelled into session, and they worked all night beginning to implement their new plans for the country. Now, does anybody realize the House of Representatives can't do anything by itself?
Yeah, I don't know why he's being photographed like a guy just took power as president.
It's so amazing to me how easily the press is led. They don't run, they run around acting as if everything Newt Gingrich says now will become law.
I know. It's weird. It's just like, well...
And that there's only one body of Congress.
How come the Democrats had a Democratic president and a Democratic Congress, and they couldn't get anything done?
Yeah. But this guy's going to come in, and everything's just going to go.
Yeah.
All he's going to do is pass a bunch of laws over there that'll then go to the Senate and have to be wrangled, and then if the president doesn't like them, he'll veto them, and we'll go round and round and round if we want to.
Right. And then as soon as the president agrees with them, they all go, hey, he's just jumping on our bandwagon.
Yeah, because the president now says, okay, tax cut. No,
right.
no, that's our idea.
Yeah, we don't want you to agree with it. It's just frustrating. I don't know. It's just like nobody really works. It's like enemy camps, Republicans and Democrats, and these guys they forget the basic reason they're there is to work together.
It was interesting to me that they were talking about having a successful Congress. How about having a successful country?
Yeah. There you go. Super.
Yeah, let's not be so short-sighted.
All right. Jackie. You're not saying I'm short-sighted. You're saying Jackie
is. Yeah.
All right. All right, yeah, so go ahead.
So anyway, the best thing about Newt Gingrich, if you ask me, is his mom.
Grammy Yoakum.
She
sounds like Leslie West. Do you have tape of her?
Yes.
Oh, great.
She's going to be on Eye to Eye with Connie Chung tonight.
Eye to Slanted Eye.
And this is the little segment of the show that has caused all the uproar. Here's Connie with Granny Gingrich.
Granny Gingrich. What's her name? Grammy Yoakum. This woman looks like 100 years old. She looks like she's out of the backwoods of Georgia.
She's the best advertising for not smoking.
Yeah. She's got a big...
whole skin is ravaged, the wrinkles.
Big, long hillbilly cigarette.
And you talk like this. My boy Nudie.
Nothing feminine about her.
Nothing appealing. Nothing sexual about her. Like, I know, like, my mother's an old woman, but, you can just look at her cans and go, she's a woman. This is just frightening.
I can't tell you what he said about her. Yeah? I can't. Why don't you just whisper it to me, just between you and me? She's a bitch.
She's a bitch.
But listen.
She's a bitch. Connie.
And now everyone is screaming what Connie Chung did was unprofessional. She had 3 cameras in the room with her. She's in the middle of a television interview with Newt Gingrich's mother.
Never once said, look, I'm going to turn off the cameras now, and you can tell me in secret. She made that little joke that we make here all the time.
Yeah, tell me a secret.
Come on, just between you and me.
Yeah, she's doing an interview. It's obviously a lightweight interview. It's like a Barbara Walters interview.
Yeah.
And the woman knows, unless she's a complete moron.
She forgot there was television.
Yeah, there's television going on. That's why she's in the room, unless she has Alzheimer's.
Visits her all the time.
Yeah, Connie's there all the time. So Newt Gingrich now says, Connie Chung's a horrible woman.
He wants an apology for his mother from Connie and for Hillary Clinton.
No.
He wants Connie to apologize to both of them.
He should get an apology from his grandparents on the maternal side for creating that mother. Don't put your mother on TV if she's like that.
I just wanted, hey, my boy Nudie is a good boy.
I like Connie Chung goes, I saw an excerpt.
Yeah.
Do you think people are right when they say that your son is dangerous?
Oh, no. No. Oh.
Is there a woman trapped in there anywhere?
Yeah, I can't tell you what he said about Hillary.
I can't.
I can't. Why don't you just whisper it to me, just between you and me? She's out, bitch.
She's out, bitch.
Like a monkey.
He's a bitch. Each.
Are we sure she had Newt?
Wolfman Jack in a dress.
Yeah, what's happening, baby?
Arnold Schwarzenegger was more feminine than Junior.
If I was Newt, I'd be nervous Connie's going to get a hold of his ex-wife. That's what I'd be nervous about.
There's a lot there, yes.
So when Newt dumped you, you had cancer?
Yes.
And he came to see you in the hospital?
Yes.
What, he's saying his mother and his ex-wife sound alike?
Yes.
Can you imagine that interview? No. What Connie Chung did was conduct an interview, and most people on this planet would understand that Connie Chung is not normally in your home, and that
and there's cables strung all over the place, and 4 other guys hanging around all day.
Newt's trying to blame Connie for his mom's stupidity.
And he doesn't want to take responsibility for what he said, because if he'd never said it to his mother, she couldn't relate it to Connie.
Yep. But nevertheless, I think what Newt has to say isn't all bad. I just hate when this guy, starts preaching the moral, right-wing, family value kind of thing. Guy dumped his wife while she had cancer. Yeah. I don't want to hear him moralize. You want to cut the budget, pal? I'm with you. You want to cut spending. You want to cut.
You want to reform welfare.
Yeah, do it.
Go for it.
But just get off that religious right stuff, man. You just turn everyone off. Everyone trying to paint themselves as a saint. You get to know some of these guys. No one's a saint. None of these politicians are. Foibles. Not me, of course.
Nor me. Anyway, here's Newt's defense of his mom. It's the number 8
Newt.
There.
Why not name the kid Froggy? Because isn't that what a Newt grows into? Because he's a man now. Maybe when he's a boy, he's a Newt. Now that he's a man, he's
a
Frog.
full-grown frog.
Yeah, we named him Newt with every intention to call him Froggy when he got older. But he just never took to the name Toad Boy either. Kinda Newty.
If we focus on transforming...
No, I told you number 8.
Okay. What are you doing over there? Be quiet. Jackie does an impression of you every time you open your mouth.
Why? It's the first thing I said.
It's a terrible thing to do on a day when she's very proud of her son and she wants to feel good for herself.
What?
He said it's a terrible thing to do to her on a day when she's proud of her son and she wants to feel good for herself.
Oh, I see. Oh, it was a terrible thing putting her on TV when she was supposed to be on TV?
Yes. It was a terrible thing doing an interview she agreed to do and showing it.
Oh.
That's terrible.
That mom is frightening.
I can't wait. I'm going to tape the whole thing and watch it again.
Yeah.
Because she's a gold mine, if you ask me.
She's got a lower voice than Newt. Now, wait a second. I want to do a comparison here. All right? Bear with me. Here's your tape of Newt.
Okay.
Okay. And then immediately I'll follow that with Newt's mother.
All right.
And you tell me who's more masculine. Ready?
Okay.
It's a terrible thing to do on a day when she's very proud of her son and she wants to feel good for herself.
I can't tell you what he said about Hillary.
She's beating him.
I can't. Why don't you just whisper it to me, just between you and me? She's that bitch.
She's that bitch.
She's that bitch.
You hear the teeth rattling, you hear the smoking.
Yeah, their dentures are clicking.
No tape of Newt's father.
Nowhere in sight.
Yeah.
Newt's father. He's
still running.
You come here and marry Daisy May.
It is amazing. Between the two of them, who do you think is having the babies?
Don't know.
Anyway, one of our new congressmen who will be in that Congress now controlled by Newt is Sonny Bono, the former husband of Cher. And he was stopped by reporters to ask, and they asked him what he thought of being a new congressman.
Did you pick up your ID?
Here it is. Here it is.
Show your ID.
That is, I have great pride.
You still like that potato head that Cher married, you know? It's like, because she used to they had the Sonny and Cher show. Cher would say junk to him, and then he would just go,
He sound befuddled.
Yeah, befuddled. He still sounds befuddled. He doesn't appear to be very intelligent.
Yeah, but people keep electing him to things.
Yeah, because it's like cool, I guess. Because at least you know who he's at least identifiable.
Yeah, you know who your congressman is because it's Congressman Sonny.
Could he really be that into it, though?
And is he really a Sonny?
Yeah, I mean, isn't he more into, getting wife number 5 in the sack?
Well, he's, still squaring around some young Cher lookalike.
It's funny. It's funny. He's 190 years old. I mean, right away, I wouldn't vote for the guy just because of that. I said, wait a second. He has no ability to see himself? He's 190 years old. He's got a 20-year-old wife or whatever it is, 30, I don't know. She can't be much older than that.
No. And she's taller. She's everything.
Yeah. He's an old geezer squiring around this big, giant woman.
Yeah.
11-foot woman. Giant woman towering over him.
See, I could buy him as the owner of a restaurant.
No, I could buy him as the happy-go-lucky retard you don't mind being around every once in a while.
I wouldn't mind him coming around to the tables. How you like your dinner tonight? Are you having a good time? But not as a congressman.
Yeah. Congressman Sonny Bono. And it's a big joke, because there's tons of guys who have devoted themselves to public service and sacrificed. And here's this guy getting all the coverage.
But look, now we got Gopher in Congress.
Oh, he's out.
He lost?
He lost the election.
Oh,
Gopher.
Goodness. So now I guess they didn't just have to deal with Sonny.
Yeah. I think the woman from Bob Newhart is in, though. The big giant redhead.
Marsha Wallace?
Yeah, isn't she running for something?
I don't know. Tim. It just kills me what we do in this country.
Dr. Smith for president.
It's not far-fetched.
Senator Dole as the new host of Card Sharks. It's all getting one big blurry line.
Yeah, but Senator Dole better do something pretty quick about reclaiming that top spot as the head of the Republican Party.
That's right, Robin. You're absolutely right.
An election is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he wants to try once again to become president. Meanwhile, the O.J. Simpson case continues along. They were back in court yesterday, and O.J. actually spoke. Everybody got all excited. We get to hear O.J. say a few muffled words.
Yeah, we figured he lost the ability to speak.
So here it is. They decided yesterday not to have this special hearing to determine the efficacy of DNA evidence in the court case.
Right.
They've decided to waive their right to that hearing and go straight to trial, and they'll argue the credibility of DNA in front of the jury. So here is O.J. with Judge Ito making his first appearance of 1995 when Ito asks him if he understands what's going on.
All right. Is that Mr. Simpson? Is that correct?
Your Honor, that's correct. I read it. I have full confidence in my lawyers and
all right. I think that's a sufficient waiver.
It was totally unintelligible.
I know, but
It's
everybody's
perfect.
excited because...
Just that alone is exciting.
O.J. is speaking.
Never have so many waited for O.J. to speak. O.J.
Meanwhile,
all the judges in the country are dying for some kind of celebrity interaction because they think they're going to be like Judge Ito. They're going to be famous.
Yeah, how many judges do you know?
God.
Everybody knows Judge Ito.
Yeah.
They said that right now all these foreign correspondents are building platforms and scaffolding so that they can set up their broadcast towers to cover this whole thing.
You know why people are interested in this case? Because never has someone been so guilty as O.J. And yet, there is a belief out there that O.J. will be found innocent. I talked to some attorneys, and they actually said to me, there's 8 blacks on the jury. Of course O.J. is going to go free. It's 8 blacks. I said, what? I said, I don't care what color you are. You know that O.J. is guilty. But look, that's justice. What can I tell you? I'm hoping I get a black jury someday.
Justice game in this country.
I'll get up there. I can't wait to be found innocent, Your Honor. And you mean all I got to do is get black people on the jury and I'll be innocent?
Not you.
Not me.
You'll never get away with that.
What is it?
They did this article about O.J. and Rolling Stone. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
And they said that usually you need...
Are you putting a band together?
No. They said usually if you want to get a jury in a case like this, because it's going to go on so long, you got to get about 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Like 80% of them will get out of it.
Right.
After the first 300, they found out that everyone was lying on their questionnaire so they can get on the jury.
Right.
And they theorized that black people were trying to get on the jury so that they could get O.J. off.
Ooh.
Right.
Because they believe he's innocent.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. Come on, we did a survey.
Robin, the poll...
You really think they believe that, or are they just saying?
You know what the
They do not want O.J. going to jail.
Yeah, but they don't really believe he's innocent.
No. I'm not saying black people are stupid. They just want him not to go to jail because in their mind it's like, oh, all of white America looks at him and right away they think he's guilty because he's a black man, and we're going to prove to him this is going to make up for all the black people who were convicted unjustly.
I think it goes the other way around. All of they have a great investment in any role model. And they don't want him tarnished in any way because that means, the average guy is rotten if O.J.'s rotten.
Right.
So they got to keep O.J.
there's this whole weird logic going on here. I'll buy that.
You know what the poll in the magazine said, what percentage of black men think O.J.'s guilty.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what it is?
No.
0.
No, it's like 31%, and
really?
of white men, it's like 79%.
Listen, there isn't a person on the planet that doesn't know O.J. killed that woman and that guy. There's just no way he didn't.
The only thing missing is a videotape.
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing we don't have of it. If we had that, people would say it was doctored electronically. It just doesn't make a difference.
I know a white
black
person.
people have started to identify with criminal elements in this society, particularly when an O.J. comes around. Precisely what you're saying. It's he's a black guy, he's a role model. If you find him guilty, then everyone will think all black people are guilty.
But I know a white guy who thinks that this whole thing was a setup by the LAPD to discredit a prominent black person.
Oh, what's that white guy's name? William Kunstler?
The purpose of that was...
The purpose is because the LAPD hates black people. This is a whole conspiracy.
And they picked O.J. of all people.
Well, O.J. is the best one because he is the best known black
the most
person.
Loved, huh? That's not true at all.
I'm telling you what this person thinks.
I think the LAPD, if they're going to get together on anything, they're going to figure out how to, take the cocaine they confiscate and sell it on the street. I think they're going to find a way to get rich.
Money in their pockets,
right.
not just to persecute O.J.
Yeah, they got better things to figure out.
It's amazing. It was funny to me because I was talking to some people from other lands, and at first...
What do you mean, like Africa? Like what
That's
land?
the only other land? No, Brazil.
Yeah.
And they had no...
Are they black in Brazil?
There are all kinds of colors
in
Brazil. They call Brazil a great melting pot.
Oy. Keep me out of there. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, anyway, it was funny because they said, at first they didn't know who O.J. was.
Yeah.
And he kept coming on CNN, and then their local station started picking up the story.
No, he's the biggest star in Brazil.
Yeah, they had to find out who O.J. was, and now they know everything.
Now he's bigger than Maria Conchita Alonso. He's the biggest. Where'd you meet these Brazilians, at that homo bar?
No. I was staying with them.
Oh, good for you.
I know people of all lands.
International Robin.
That's right.
See. Do you think O.J.'s guilty? See. In Brazil, they'll name a soccer stadium after him, where people die all the time.
Gets off.
That's right. In Brazil, they call him El Loco.
It's a stadium name, El Loco Stadium.
Yes.
Governor Pataki says that if
you're the only one who says his name right,
Well, I'm, for him.
Pataki.
Yes.
Pataki.
You say Pataki, I say Pataki.
Of the Rhode Island Patakis. It is Pataki. That is correct. No, she's right. It is Pataki.
I learned that in Brazil.
Yeah. It's Pataki, not Pataki.
So anyway, Governor Pataki says that he will send Thomas Grasso, that guy that Governor Cuomo was so good to bring here to prevent him from being given the death penalty in Oklahoma. He will send him right back to Oklahoma as fast as he can if given the opportunity.
What a man. Hey, this guy's terrific. This Pataki is one day in office. He already told these legislators, these creeps.
Oh, yeah.
He told them, listen to this. If you don't pass the budget, that will now include you do not get paid. For all the days that you don't pass the budget, You just don't get paid.
Budget, no budget, no salary.
Cuomo always had trouble getting a budget agreed upon and would sign a special bill that said, oh, but you legislators, while we're trying to figure things out, you'll get paid.
Yeah.
And he's saying, listen, if you don't get your job done on time, we're not paying you. We're docking your pay.
Very good.
He's great. He's ready. It's exciting.
He's also moving to give us a tax cut that was enacted into law several years ago.
Right.
And was never given to us.
Yeah. Oh, this is great. Oh, am I a wonderful man for helping him. People are happy to see a new governor. There's action.
It was funny because before the election, everybody was, maybe we just ought to stick with Governor Cuomo.
Well, you know what would have happened today? You would have none of any of these things would have happened.
Not only that, it would have been business as usual. Now people are excited and they think things might change for the better.
That's all. Pataki
you
means...
read that letter before.
What letter?
The letter from the guy who's...
Yes, a lot of things are happening. Isn't he going to make crime go away? Pataki means protection. Oh, whatever. All right, I'll come up with a slogan. All right, we got to take a break.
All right.
And we'll come back and do the rest of the news right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. 97.1 The Eagle.
Eat that meat.
Hello, I'm Kavner, and I just want to let everyone know
Hey, it's Julie Kavner.
Howard Stern is really nice, no matter what you think. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
So, go figure.
Go to bed with me, see if that's true. I'll tie you up and cut your feet off. All right? I could be just
Is that why we haven't seen your wife?
That's right. She's feetless. She's footloose. Footloose. Allison's footloose. Take off your feet and groove. Yeah, I had some rough sex with her. I cut her feet off the other night. Shoved them in her mouth. Got into some of that autoerotica asphyxiation.
Oh, boy.
You
try it all, huh?
That's right. I suffocated her with her feet.
Oh.
She had her own 5 painted toes right in her mouth. I dig when girls paint their toenails. Do you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a turn on.
I do?
Yeah, I really like that a lot. It's cute. What? He's doing his show over there. Let us see.
He is so inappropriate. It's ridiculous now. What did he do yesterday?
I don't know. You walked in the room yesterday after the show, and there was another woman in the show, Robin from E.
Yeah.
And she couldn't even believe Jackie's inappropriate behavior.
What are you talking about?
I don't know, Robin.
Oh, please, Jackie. You don't even remember what you did.
What did he do again?
I'm standing there saying goodbye to you or, asking you about something.
Right.
And Jackie walks up with a cup.
Right.
And puts it right under my chest and says, fill her up.
Yeah. Yeah. That wouldn't be sexual harassment. No.
And everybody was appalled when they got done laughing.
Oh, I wish we could send him to some other office.
It was funny, though.
I wish we could send him to some other office.
Jackie's never been hired by any other office.
And he goes up with these same antics.
Yeah.
The other day.
I didn't touch anything.
Hey, put some...
The other day they were having one of those birthday celebrations out in the hall.
Yeah.
And Jackie was standing, that pole that's right there in the middle across from that desk where they have the cake?
Whenever anybody at the station has a birthday, Tom Chiusano buys them a cake.
Yeah.
And everyone gathers around out in the secretarial area with all these poles. Yeah, like Tom. Wow, what a guy,
Yeah, he sprung for a whole cake.
Wow.
But anyway, Jackie goes up, and he stands next to that pole, and he puts his hand there and waits for a girl to lean against it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And Ruthie came up, the girl from traffic.
Yes.
Ruthie came up, and, she starts to lean into the wall, and then she jumps 10 feet in the air.
Because Jackie's hand is there.
Hey!
She's got to open her eyes and look.
I didn't do that on purpose.
The old hand on the pole trick?
What are you talking about?
Oh, you did, too, do that.
What else is in the news besides Jackie?
And his sexual harassment of the day.
Right.
What are we going to do about these crazy people who are walking around Manhattan?
Like Fred?
Yes.
What do you mean? What are they doing now?
The guy who pushed the woman off the subway platform yesterday, this woman, he was a little Asian woman. She's standing there.
Well, Governor Pataki
the subway train, and as soon as the train comes roaring up the tracks, this guy, almost as if he was waiting for the appropriate moment, rushes toward her, extending his arms, and pushes her onto the tracks, and she is hit by the train.
Well, Governor Pataki is on the right path. He's going to start executing criminals so we have more room in our mental hospitals and jails.
This is one of those guys who's been in and out of mental institutions.
Yeah.
And, you know, they'll just declare him insane. And then the companion story that goes along with this is the fact that these people sometimes are in these city mental institutions and they just walk out. Nobody ever finds them until they get into some kind of awful trouble.
May I tell you my feeling on this? Insanity. There are many people who are insane but are not violent. They actually do know the difference between killing and not killing.
Mm-hmm.
And this insane person, this latest insane person, does know the difference. He knows the difference. Because there have been times in his life where he hasn't killed. There have been times in his life where he's been released from prison and has behaved.
He has also had the experience of walking up to, having a panhandler walk up to him.
Yes.
And the panhandler asks for change.
Yes.
He says, I haven't got any change, and he reaches into his pocket and he gets a razor and he slashes the guy across the face.
Right.
So when they have shown that they are violent.
Right. But there are times that he doesn't get violent. So he does know you're not supposed to be violent all the time. And to me, that is, yes, he's insane. I think anyone who kills is insane. I think there are a lot of people running around who are insane, but they don't kill. When somebody kills, that's the end of it. They go to jail for life. And now, in New York State, we're going to have a death penalty. Now they go to jail just to await the gas chamber. And that's what's going to happen with these guys. The insanity defense has got to be thrown out the window. It has got to be thrown out the window. There has to be reform in this area.
Well, I don't see why we continue to let people walk around when they've proven they commit acts of irrational violence.
And if you're insane, how is it that you can prove at some point that you're no longer insane? Either you're insane or you're not. So once they're healthy, execute them. I mean, what is this? That guy got out of a mental institution. Somebody must have declared him sane.
I know.
Or nonviolent. So if he was sane enough to fool everyone, I say he's sane enough to die.
But just a history of run-ins with the law, and constant readmissions to mental institutions, and now a woman's dead because nobody seems to be able to do anything about this.
And like this woman that got pushed off the subway, she's like...
A grandmother who's supporting her husband and her mother, raised all of her children, hard-working woman.
Like, I'll tell you how nice a woman she was. Her husband actually cried when he heard she died.
Oh, geez,
all right?
Howard. You are ridiculous.
That's how good a woman she was.
You wouldn't cry.
Oh, I would cry. I would need to be consoled. Of course I'd cry.
That's how great a woman she was. Like guys are dancing a jig when their wives die.
Hey, I'm going back to Sandals. Solo.
Oh, is Sandals couples? Oh.
That's why Jackie got married.
Free drinks. Go ahead.
A little 9-year-old girl in Chicago
is marrying Fred.
No.
No.
Who was allegedly forced to engage in oral sex in a classroom as a teacher sat reading a newspaper. Now, can you imagine this is going on in the classroom? Teacher's right there.
Right.
And somebody's forcing a little 9-year-old girl to have oral sex right in the classroom. How could you miss that?
Is this a black neighborhood? No, seriously, is it?
I don't know. They're not giving any names.
Do they say the name of the
children.
Do they say the name of the area in Chicago?
No.
Is it that? You know, there's that one.
Cabrini Green.
Cabrini Green.
I don't know how.
Well, let me tell you something. I grew up in a pretty wild neighborhood, and I got to tell you, I saw things go on in the classroom. I'm going to tell you these things went on, and there was a guy, I told you, choking the life out of me. Well, my shop teacher was there. He was teaching the class, and nothing happened. At another time, kids would smoke marijuana in my health class. I mean, just smoking a cigarette, you think the teacher would smoke it, and nobody knew what was going on.
Well, what this teacher says was all he heard was typical children noises.
Gurgling.
When he was sitting there.
I am telling you that I believe it, because there used to be so much action in the classroom that you don't even recognize it after a while. You don't. I know it sounds bizarre, but I can almost buy into this because things. I mean, I'm telling. I passed out from being choked, and the teacher didn't even know what was going on. So he says.
Now they're arguing as to whether this girl was forced to do this or whether it was consensual. I don't care. Either way, the teacher should have known what was going on.
I'm telling you, man. I've seen it.
The boy who did it was 12.
It is so wild in these classrooms that you wouldn't even see someone being sodomized.
He forced the girl to have oral sex under a desk at the special education school she attended for a reading disability.
Well, did it help the reading disability? I doubt it.
7 other pupils were in the class as the teacher sat reading to himself about 10 minutes, according to court records. They do say that the school is sort of blaming the little girl for not crying out.
I know. What do you mean? In other words, she could have said, hey.
Yeah, she didn't take ordinary care when, you know,
they're blaming her.
Someone was trying to force her to do something because she didn't scream.
Yeah, but her mouth was full. I mean, seriously. It was.
Yeah.
Come here, Robin. I'm going to put something in your mouth and see if you can scream while I do it. All right?
I don't think... Maybe you won't be screaming. Maybe I won't be screaming. Maybe you'll be screaming.
Oh. You might end up liking it.
That would be wrong.
Yeah. I'm your friend. You can help me out.
Remember the hero from December 14th, the young Long Island man who was at the SUNY school upstate when some guy burst into a classroom with a gun and held everybody hostage? This 19-year-old Jason McEnany wound up getting shot himself when he leaped at the guy to subdue him and save everyone else in the classroom. Now, he and his family have decided to sue the state.
Oh. Why is the state responsible for a madman going into a school and shooting everybody up?
And
I don't understand
him
it.
Taking it upon himself to be a hero and stop the guy.
Yeah, I believe the kid's a hero and everything. I mean,
but he did that of his own free will.
I don't understand our court system. Like, and how is that not thrown out in summary judgment? In other words, how does a judge not look at that case and say, wait a second, common sense has to prevail here? There are psychopaths running around on the street. No school can protect against this kind of behavior. I mean, unless they become prisons. How could it, what are they going to have, guards at each individual classroom? I mean, society expects a certain amount of behavior.
Stop it.
No, of course not. I don't get what's going on, and I guess lawyers take these cases. There's got to be some kind of tort reform, because you know what? To defend against these cases costs a fortune, even the most frivolous cases.
And the state winds up paying off a lot of the time because they don't want to waste all that money in court.
There's something that disturbs me about it. I don't know if I was a judge, it would disturb me.
There's a freewheeling attitude about filing these suits because they know most of the time to rid themselves of the nuisance, corporations and civil governments just pay off.
I know of a great case where a lawyer didn't even want to take it, but he took it and filed it, and then, you know, if like celebrities or somebody are involved, the judge gets a hard-on for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's just literally, it's that random. And it's weird. It's frivolous cases. Frivolous. Just frivolous suits.
Yeah, I'm sure he sustained some injuries and all that, but is it the state's fault?
I know a guy had his dog bit another dog. And the family, and he got sued. He got sued. And this is just a regular working stiff, and he had to go hire an attorney because his dog got in a fight with another dog and killed the dog. But these are two dogs. I mean,
being dogs.
And the family said, well, he wasn't properly fenced. The guy had a huge fence around his yard. The dog got out.
He wasn't leashed.
Yeah, I mean, come on. They're two animals acting like animals. I don't know, man. I think the court system's whacked out of its brain. I'm all for legitimate cases, don't get me wrong, but damn, it's pretty obvious which ones are legitimate and which aren't. I don't find that case legitimate only because the state is not responsible. I know it was a state university, even if it was a private college. How much protection can a private college give?
Where they had a warning, this guy was coming with guns, and they did nothing about it.
Then I'd say the guy has a case.
But I doubt if he called.
You know, and then I'm sure some lawyer would say, well, you know, they should do everything to protect against this. Well, let's go over to that lawyer's house and see if he's got guards there, so make sure no one gets hurt at his house. At some point, doesn't all this stuff come back to bite everyone in the ass?
Of course it does.
Like this guy I know got sued because his dog killed another dog. And you know what? I don't care if it's settled or if it's... You know what it costs to hire an attorney to defend that? You're talking... You can wipe a guy's family out over a dog biting another... So then people go, I can't even have a dog. It's wacky. In all these cases, most of the people lie. They create damages. They really weren't damaged. They create them. They create damages. They lie. And it's so obvious that everyone's lying and that there's no real damages.
What are we going to do?
I don't know. It's infuriating what this stuff costs. And the lawyers love it. They all are in cahoots. This is why I scream about how lawyers should be made to leave the country. We have 70% of the world's lawyers in this country. They love it, don't you see? They'll come to you, and they'll even say to you, oh, my God, the legal system has to be overhauled. These cases are ridiculous. You shouldn't have to defend against this. But they're all in cahoots. This is what creates business for them. This creates a tremendous amount of business for all lawyers involved. Doesn't matter which side of the argument you're on. Oh, we're terrible. This is terrible. It's a terrible injustice. You shouldn't have to pay this money, but here's my bill. And then, they say, well, you don't have to go to me. I charge this amount, or you can go to a lesser attorney. And you're like, well, who would want to go to a lesser attorney? The whole system's whacked out. And you got judges, for some reason. I guess they're all lawyers, so...
Oh, yeah, they got to keep it going.
They got to keep it going, because then they all go into private practice. And they're going to need cases. I'm telling you, they're all in cahoots. If there ever was a conspiracy in this country, it's lawyers. And you've got to get the lawyers. Even most of the people who enact legislation in this country are former lawyers.
Why do you think you can't read the laws?
Yeah, and why do you think you can't get tort reform? Because the politicians are all lawyers, and they got to buy into the system, too. That's how they get paid. You put a secret camera in any law school. Now, listen to me. 60 Minutes ought to do this. You go into any law school, go into any classroom, and they're all laughing. That's all law school classes are. They just sit and laugh. There's no teaching going on.
What are they laughing about?
They're laughing about how they're going to get out and rip off the public. I took a secret camera. I'm not even allowed to use this tape. I'm afraid I'll get sued. And they just sit there and laugh the whole time. You go, what's everyone laughing at? And then if you get accepted into law school, you find out. You're laughing at what you're going to be charging for this bull. You can't use the S word. So there you go.
Because of lawyers.
Because of lawyers. They're scoundrels. They're scoundrels. Don't be fooled by them. I'm not fooled. Why should you be? You know who's fooled by lawyers? Fred. He buys into the whole thing.
They wouldn't lie.
They wouldn't lie. Am I right?
Absolutely.
All right.
Former Vice President Dan Quayle is doing very well after surgery for an appendectomy. They say he's resting comfortably, cracking jokes, and asked for a hamburger.
He must be a lawyer.
Procedure.
The only real guys who know how to laugh hard are lawyers.
So we're so glad.
I'm going to make a movie about it. It's going to be about this law school, and they're all laughing. And no one can figure out what's going on.
I don't think it's a whole movie.
Jackie's going to be in the movie because he laughs so damn much.
It might be, but I don't think so.
You walk in. Oh, here's the first scene. Ready? Here's all the lawyers in their classroom.
That's law school.
That's law school. All of the law schools are played by Jackie.
That's
What are the first two letters in lawyer?
L.A.
What are the first two letters in laugh?
L.A.
I rest my case. There you go. More proof.
Circumstantial evidence, Your Honor.
Yeah. We believe that this case has to be reviewed.
Also in the news, did you see that there's going to be something called digital audio radio?
Yes, I do know about this. This is pay radio.
Satellite radio that you could pay for, that's right. And the Federal Communications Commission is hearing proposals on what is called DAR. And they're expected to decide on January 12th whether they can move forward.
The bad news is you have to wear a satellite dish on your head when you travel in your car.
Well, the broadcast industry is all upset about this because they say it'll run broadcast radio out of business.
Oh, I'm excited about it. Anything that'll run the people that run the broadcasting industry out of business, I'm all for it. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. It'll be great. First of all, if it's cable, you know, the concept of cable, but it'll be satellite transmission, yeah. I believe it won't be regulated. So maybe we'll get some free speech going.
I don't know about that. The FCC still has to approve this, so it's under their jurisdiction.
Yeah, who knows? All I know is I hope with this new technology they'll be able to pick us up in San Francisco.
Well, this could be our ticket to the world.
Right. Oh, yeah. I'm looking for that ticket.
Oh, my.
Our ticket to the world. Hopefully this will be our ticket to the world. What else, Robin? And
NBC has decided not to bend to the pressures caused by the Family Defense Council that was asking them last week to delete a kissing scene between two women on an upcoming NBC Movie of the Week.
NBC is very brave. I'm going to tell you something. I know who made that decision.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Nah, forget it. I won't go into it. But the guy's a genius. He actually wrote that scene.
The Family Defense Council says it promotes traditional family values, and they asked NBC to delete the kissing scene between, I don't know who it's between, but Glenn Close is in the movie.
It's between Glenn Close and Warren Littlefield. He's in a wig.
Two women.
Yeah, well, that's Warren as a woman.
Oh, I see.
It's cutting edge.
Anyway,
right.
the movie is called Serving in Silence. I'm sure it'll be such a tame incident you won't even care.
You won't even know. We have a clip.
Yes? Why were you kissing that woman? We're kissing goodbye. Like hell you were. You were kissing her like a man. Don't insult my intelligence. All right, I did kiss her. Is that all you can say about it? Well, what more do you want me to say, Mother? You've obviously made your mind up about the whole thing anyway. You wouldn't do such a thing. I can't believe it. Look, don't treat me like a child. You are my child. I don't care how old you are. You weren't brought up to be one of those people.
What? A lesbian?
What people? I want to hear it from you. What people?
Friggin' homo?
Homosexuals.
Oh. Good Fred. Fred's crying. You touched him.
Very good acting. Well, anyway, the movie's called Serving in Silence, the Margaret Cammermeyer story.
Margaret Cammermeyer?
Yeah.
That's a name that rolls off the tongue.
In the military.
Yeah.
And I guess she got dismissed when it was discovered she was a lesbian.
When you were in the military, did you encounter lesbianism?
No.
Really?
No.
Interesting.
I mean, who knows? You know, how do you know?
If there's a woman's head between your thighs, you know.
Well, then that didn't happen to me.
It didn't? Okay.
No, but you know, you always hear rumors that somebody is.
Right. All right, good. There's another show going on. Jackie, you got to learn to quiet down.
Sorry, I had a long day.
You're a writer, not a talker.
Yeah, he's supposed to write silently. I guess he's saying whatever he's saying.
I know. It's like there's a whole show going on back there.
3 words.
Please.
3 words in 4 hours.
Come on. Don't even pay attention. Go ahead.
Dana Plato, the young girl who was Kimberly something Drummond in A Different World or Different Strokes.
Kimberly Drummond.
Right.
The TV show that starred, what's his name? That little kid?
Arnold.
Who had the kidney problem?
Gary Arnold.
Gary Arnold?
No, Gary Coleman.
Coleman, that's right. And she, since leaving the show, has had a number of problems in her life. She's on probation for robbing a video store. Never understood why she took her troubles out on a video store.
Big cash business.
She got 5 years probation in 1991, and the lawyers went back to court yesterday or the day before to say that she needs to travel in order to work.
What, robbing video stores?
Yes. She can't do them in her hometown anymore.
What's her work?
I guess she's trying to act.
Oh.
So they need her to be able to go out on location and go to Los Angeles, I would imagine. She's in Las Vegas.
I see.
So the district judge agreed to lift her travel ban, because she wasn't supposed to travel outside of the state, so that she can actually get some work, which is nice to hear. She's been in drug rehab and alcohol rehab since being put on probation a few years ago, and supposedly is getting it back together.
I'd put her in my movie if I had a role for a thief, because she could act like a thief. She knows how to be one.
Not a good one. You don't want a good one.
Robbing a video store.
So that's what's happening, folks.
At least that was show business related. It was like, you know, there were videos at least.
Videos and movies. Maybe she was trying to get into movies.
Yeah, by robbing them.
Yes.
All right, very good, Robin. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget, tonight on E, it's Stuttering Nina, the Hot Dog Girl, Part 1. Check out Hot Nina in lingerie while she test poses for Playboy.
If the breasts weren't real, do you think the stutter was?
Yes, I do. Well, you judge for yourself tonight, and watch Howard the photographer take pictures for Playboy of her. Some wild posing going on. There's a big fight. It's a very exciting show, and we recommend it. Also, Jackie Jokeman. Jackie's Wild Comedy CD. Jackie the Lawyer Joke Man Martling. Go to Jackie's Wild Comedy CD or cassette. It is $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Now, there's a big Jokeland special I'd like to tell all my friends about. If you buy 2 of Jackie's CDs right now, you are able to get one free.
Wow. Jokeland special.
Call 1-800-323-KING. It's quite a CD. Very funny. Friday night, January 13th at the Treehouse Comedy Club, Jackie's Funny Live Act in Bridgeport, Connecticut. For filthy jokes and info, call 516-922-WINE. Remember, 516-922-WINE is not a pay service. Join Baba Bowie at the U.S. Hot Rod Grand Slam Monster Jam at Madison Square Garden this Friday night at 7:30. And if you're planning a wedding or party, you know who to call. Scott the Engineer's DJ service, Rocket Entertainment, 718-BAG-5040. Way to go, Scott. Should I play a tune, Fred, or?
Yeah.
Yeah? I wonder what I should play.
What's in there?
You got that Marilyn Manson CD? I've been listening to that. I haven't named my favorite song of 1994 yet. I will.
Oh, that's true.
I will be doing that at the end of this month. I'll be planning a whole program around that.
Big press conference.
Yeah.
Press release.
You know, we've yet to attract one person from the press when I announce my favorite song of 1994. Or any year.
It goes over really big.
Yeah, we were trying to start something. Like I become like the Mr. Blackwell of music.
Right. How does Mr. Blackwell get that all together? You never knew anything else he does, but he decided to put together a list of the 10 worst dressed women of the year.
Yeah, and he's a big famous guy from that.
And now everybody waits for him to do this.
See, what I eventually would like to do career-wise is get rid of all my radio and books and TV projects and film and just put out a list.
This winter every year.
Yeah, Blackwell's living pretty well from it. Maybe I should do the worst song of the year and the best song of the year. Maybe I need to put more spin on it.
Yeah.
All right. All right, I'll work on that. I was going to play something, but 9 Inch Nails is coming to town Friday. I could play a song from them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see them with my girlfriend, Ralph.
Well, you two should have a wonderful time.
Yeah. I have special positioning near the stage, thanks to Lance over at the Coliseum, who still prays I come back and play.
Is Allison going to go?
Actually, I think she's backing out of this one.
Is that right?
Yeah. I think she realizes it might be a nightmare.
A little too much for her.
Yeah. Who knows, you know. But I'm looking forward to the show.
Unless she wants to be, practically raped as she's passed across a crowd.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
That's the place she should be.
Throw her into the mosh pit nude. Watch guys do stuff to her.
Oh, boy.
Handle her like a bowling ball. I'm convinced that it's one step away from, like, just people killing and raping each other in that mosh pit. I guess I'm not going to play a record. I can't think of something to play.
You don't have anything in the CD?
What?
Player. Right
I
now.
might. No, I don't. No,
nothing.
I don't. No songs. What about one of our song things,
Parody?
What's a song thing?
What?
What's a song thing?
Those things we write.
Oh, a parody.
Simon thing or something like that?
Something like that. Want to write something like that? What have you been listening to? Have you been listening to any music or have you been pretty busy?
No, I haven't really been paying much attention. There's somebody I was listening to the other day, and I can't even think of who it was.
There's a song I really like that I hear on the radio all the time, but I don't know who does it. And I wish I could sing it for you, but I can't, because right now I'm drawing a blank. I'm the perfect one for you. It's like...
I know what you're talking about.
I'm the one. I'm the one you need. I'm the one you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know. But
you do know that song?
Yeah.
Does anyone know what song that is?
Ralph or Ganji will be running in here any moment, I'm sure.
Yeah. Two imbeciles.
Who keep up with music.
Right. And nothing else. I'm the one you need. I'm the one you... Like sort of like the whole theme of it is you're going to realize you need me.
Right, yeah, after he's gone.
You know what song that is, Fred?
What song is that?
No, I don't want to explain it.
I couldn't hear you.
All right, it's okay, man. What do you got there?
Why do you always try to have a conversation?
I don't know. It just never works out when we talk.
Do keep trying.
All right, here's some songs. So nobody knows what I'm talking about? All right. I like the Phoebe Snow, We Don't Know How to Thank You.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
After I saved that guy's life.
What, has everybody forgotten that you're a hero now that we are in a new year?
Seems like the slate is clean now. I have to go save someone else.
Right.
You know, I'm still a hero just because the year
last
changed.
Year.
Yeah. Doesn't mean I've lost my hero status. When Pataki announced at his inauguration that he wanted his hero to stand up, I thought he was going to have me stand up. That would have been great. Then it was that kid.
Yeah, the guy who's suing the state now.
Yeah. This is called We Don't Know How to Thank You. After I saved that guy's life. The guy who had the coke?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
The guy who was standing on the bridge.
Right. Well, after I saved his life, Phoebe was moved to sing this. And we'll see you tomorrow.